Bad daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad daddy.
Oh, you ain't gotta pull up anything.
I want to though.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Not
the
your
thing.
son.
Okay, we are. That is more technical difficulties than I. Wait, maybe that'll explain it. 1 second.
Oh, wow.
Deputized
Whoa.
Delvers. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
I think that's
Oh,
the
really
wrong
wow.
overlay, right?
Oh, that's why. Let's fix that. There we go. And then we get rid of the Zoom full group here. Do the Zoom -1 for now. Jesse's on her ways, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. I'm Uncommon. Welcome to Uncommon Gaming, and I am joined here today by what we did the 5 of the 6 best people in the universe. We'll get those straight. This is the Deputized Delvers. This is a D&D show where we play D&D, and it's kind of okay. Kind of it's fine. It's pretty good actually.
You're too goddamn humble.
It's pretty good. We're having a lot of fun. Oh, there we go. Jesse made it. All right.
Hey, Jesse.
So.
Oh.
I'm at. All right, we're good on the number of cameras and the locations. We're going to do a little bit of shuffling. So, how have y'all been doing?
Fantastic.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty okay.
Got
Staying
a headache.
safe?
Doing better.
Very good.
Gwenna, you're down there. Oh, don't move everybody. Bad camera. So, today, and I guess recently, through the quarantine, there's one thing I've been hearing a bunch about. I've been hearing so much about it, and I'm avoiding it. I really am. But people
Until
keep
now.
insisting that I need to stop avoiding it. And that is the Tiger King.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty good.
Oh, no, not you too.
Yeah, I watched
Yeah,
it like a week
I
ago.
binge watched it in 2 days.
Mind you, this was 2 days starting at like midnight until like 3 in the morning on both of those days.
Are your days all out of sync too?
Oh, wait, yeah. Way out of sync. I didn't go to bed till about 3:30 last night to get up at 6 o'clock to go to work.
Oh, wow. 6. You guys are oof, on that schedule. On that, have you lost track of days yet? Are we there?
I did.
I unfortunately
but-
can't.
I did, but I will have complete track of them again now. For
Oh,
the next
right.
2 weeks.
You started a
New
new
job.
internship. Were you-
5 days a week. For
Tell us about that.
I am interning at the Tactical Tailor custom shop, so I'm learning how to do design and stuff with them, and how to adjust tactical gear.
Now, have you met Taylor yet?
No, the original Tactical
Does he
Tailor's
hunt
name is
magicians?
Logan, and he's unfortunately passed away, but he was a
Oh.
really cool man who started adjusting tactical equipment for fellow soldiers in his barracks,
Nice. That's
and then turned it into a company.
It's an unsurprisingly big deal for a lot of people. Soldiers will go over there with their gear. Let's say the issued gear, right? The army gives them. It's expensive, and then they will spend thousands of their own dollars customizing it and making it fit them. And so that's exactly where Tactical Tailor comes in. So awesome,
Yeah, I'm excited.
doing good work. I've lost which one of these is Beholder, so I can. There he is. So I can bring you down just a bit. And then we're gonna do my second favorite thing. We're gonna play some D&D. Who's ready?
Me.
Me.
I'm not ready.
I will say that for the past couple games, people have been telling me they're saving their points, but they keep teasing it and
Who
threatening
they're
it.
saving them for?
Right. But I haven't seen a trigger pull. But no reminders. Don't worry about it. Really quickly, I'm going to click the stream battle.
Wait a minute, hold on 1 sec. So this kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, nuclear war. Like they're all on the trigger finger waiting for the first person to shoot so they can fire back.
Ooh. Who's pulling the nuclear weapon button? Oh, no, don't do that. We're going to head over here. Do I have it? I've not done it on this stream yet. So we're going to set up super quick. We're going to set up our stream captain for the day.
Oh yeah, stream captain.
If you haven't been a part of that, it's been really fun. It's just this game we play while we hang out, while we watch. And during the break, we'll do one of the battles during the break and one of the battles at the end and a couple in the middle that are silent because trying to have this fun without being super disruptive to the game. But I'm addictive, and this is the only way I can play it, so let's do that. I just want to put the battle in. So we're going to go... I'm going to start down here where we can go more difficult later. That's the map. You can't see it right now. There it is. It's just one of these airlock levels. So I'll place my tank up here. And, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it actually let me in. It wasn't letting me in last time.
You get to play with this time.
Holy crap, I have so many loots waiting for me. Whoop. And then it went badoop and it startled me. Even though I'm sitting here watching it, it still startled me.
All right, we're going to add a browser link here. Because we get to show that little, like, countdown. If I do it right. There we go. 29 minutes. All right, so we're here to play Dungeons & Dragons, and that's really the meat and potatoes what happens here. And last time, let me tell you, that was fun. We had a little bit of a doozy. 2 episodes worth of extracurriculars, as we're calling it. The group... I feel like the group is a little starved for combat. You guys have... but you got your fill of it this time?
Not anymore!
Well, when we last left, they were facing off against hill giants, +1 stone giant, in the middle of the hill giant fortress. This was this extracurricular activity that they had chosen to do instead of going to class, which, as it turns out, takes priority over classes, and you can get away with putting yourselves in these apparently very dangerous situations instead of the
Who'da
schedule.
thunk?
Who'da thunk? So it ended poorly for one little goblin who found himself a little ahead tactically, penetrating into enemy lines, but taking a lot of great clubs to his tiny goblin frame, and he expired. Player 4 has been defeated, right? And I made everybody take their headphones off. Did anybody here go back and watch the video? Got any snoops? That's cool. I trust you.
No Snoop.
It's fine. Probably something we could have just done without the headphones, but I like messing with y'all like that. So
Yeah, even that temporary messing with them was
just a
perfect.
little bit. So they don't know what happened, and they came out into, and you can see it on the map right now. They came out into the hallway, back into the dormitory, not dormitory, the seminary, the hallway outside the kitchen, and you didn't see Nibbles. In fact, it's late, and the way you can tell it's late is these skulls are activated. It is now after hours, and
Oh,
that's where
it's
we're going to.
After free dinner and free period?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
it's after all those hours.
Interesting.
And I'm going to go ahead and Nibbles. Let me go ahead and do this thing real quick. Where are you at? There you are. Do you have control of that character?
I don't even know where he is.
Scroll down from where everybody else is. Southern bathroom.
I see those tokens, but those are the cat and...
Right there. Do I have to like give you sight that I scroll that up? Represents. I'm gonna make you represent yourself. Nibbles, advanced, has sight. Any better?
Oh yeah, much better.
Okay, there we go. So you come into the hallway and you take a quick count of who's there. Nibbles isn't there, and that's where we're gonna start. Episode 9 this time. We probably screw up the numbers. Action.
So what time is it?
As you look to the north and the south, you see in the south that skull, the one that patrols the hallway and keeps you from moving around at night. It's activated. It's the only sign you really have that it's night. Other than that, it's kind of eerily quiet.
Do y'all feel like we were gone for that long?
I feel like I was gone for a very long time. I am so tired. So sore.
Finn is kind of like turning frantically looking for Nibbles.
Hey, where's
Um,
Nibbles?
Possibly
bit,
still
like-
bleeding. I'm gonna heal myself, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, any injuries you sustained are physically still there right now.
Remind me, where the skull is, with the cat. Was there a? Did I swear there was there a point where you could go across without being in the light?
No.
For that
not,
one, it
not that
was
hallway.
through the graveyard and around.
Okay.
Now, real quick, Larry, did you decide based on what we talked about?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Um,
When you have a chance, DM me that thought, and I'll tuck it away in my.
Okay.
Is anybody else hurt?
Oh, I am barely standing.
Yep.
All right. For you, Granny.
Well, let me go through my 3 spell slots myself first. Because I imagine we're going to bed.
I'm just using up spells too.
Gwenna, say something?
Can you hear anything?
Yes,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Yep.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
Finn is just kind of like. Finn keeps redoing the head count,
Mm-hmm.
expecting it to change, and it isn't. And she's kind of like almost panicky about it, like kind of in denial of like what the hell is going on.
Y'all, why do you suppose they didn't send back Nibbles' body with us?
I don't know why. Hello, Abyss. It's my old friend.
The Abyss. The Abyss, for those who are new, is one of our pile's points where something happens. Something changes the storyline. And once it's been thrown, I identify what it is, and it stays relatively the same for the night. I'm giving this one a good thought. Let me pull my list up. The temperature in the seminary, the hallway, takes a sudden, sharp 15-degree drop. Someone turned
That
on a
sounds
very extreme air
nice.
conditioner. Your points today are going to add up. If we get enough points in, it'll be a total combined effect of, well, environmental changes.
Surprise! Alright, what do we do now?
Finn is kind of just like a little stunned and is like, I guess we should get to bed. Come on, Gran, we should walk. And she'll just stick a hand on Gran's shoulder and turn and start walking to their room because Finn is at a loss of what to do.
I will, in a daze, follow her because I'm still only at half health.
Okay.
Whoa, my keyboard just freaked out. I did not
Did you
mean
get-
to move over there.
Did you get my 18?
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I didn't. Thank you. For
Take another
reminding me.
18.
That puts me at almost, well, I was a little bit above half. Thank you.
Finn is gonna reach into their armor and pull out the hall pass and put it in Gran's hand so that she's the one holding it when we walk past the thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm going to need that back, but
You can, of course. And then, so that must be the thing there with the cat.
In front of you is the skull that normally patrols the hall, and as you break through the perimeter where it normally alerts, you step forward first, and nothing happens. It doesn't respond to you at all.
Okay. Well, Gwen is not doing so hot. So she will initially head to bed and then realize, it's too far. So she's going to go into the Great Hall she's going to go under a table, and she's going to sleep under the table.
Oh,
Beholder's gonna go check on her and make sure she doesn't need help getting back to her room.
She's currently on 9 health right now, so she's not so great.
Yeah,
Do
you
you
do
want
see
help back to your room?
And no, you're fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Beholder will go back and let Clay know that he's going to go watch over Gwenna in the Great Hall over the night.
Okay.
Sounds like
So-
a good idea. I'll be fine here.
And then he's just gonna go find a chair and have a little meditative trance.
Okay. You sit down in the chair in the hall. It's quiet. Gwenna, if you're going to sleep, it happens quickly. Your body really feels the need for sleep. Anybody else?
No.
Clay is going to sleep.
Okay.
Finn is restless. Just can't sleep. Fidgety.
Dimbles eventually sombers over to where he had put Snitch's burial and just sits down there for a couple hours and kind of goes into a shell of himself for the moment. Just sits there, not thinking, not doing anything, just blank.
Okay. As you sit there in the graveyard where you had taken a moment to mourn your friend, yeah, no, that's about. It's quiet. Anybody doing anything else for the night?
I was gonna say, after a couple hours, I will slowly somber back if I don't run into anyone and just pass out in the Gwen and Maya's room.
Okay. Yeah, and
Not
as you
even check for her, just
just pass out. As you walk into the room, you open the door. You left the corgi in the room, right?
Tuna's in the room.
Sorry, say the dog's name again.
Tuna.
Tuna, thank you. It's the most important character. I gotta keep my proper nouns correct. Tuna's shivering. He's cold. That's the first thing you notice. Second thing you notice is he doesn't immediately respond to you in his normal positive manner. He backs up. He's taken aback by your presence. Sniffs you. And he seems a little unsure. And goes to the other side of the room. Hops up on the bed and away from you.
yep. I go and I just pick another spot and lay down, kind of in a lethargic, lifeless manner.
Okay. Sven, you said you're restless. Doing anything?
Basically, as soon as I assume Gran basically goes right to sleep.
I don't think so.
No?
I think if you're restless, then she's probably also restless.
Gran, I can't sleep.
What do you want to do? I will hand her back the pass.
She will take it. Thank you. I think I need to go for a walk. Do you want to walk with me?
I would love that. Who do you think Player One was?
Finn just glances at the wall separating theirs and Durant's room.
Do you think he's in there?
I suppose. Do we know anyone else who went to the extracurricular activities? I mean,
I don't know. I know I saw him go in first, before he told us about them. And then
Finn
he
just-
went in right away after that.
Finn goes to the door and nods and steps out and walks over to Durant's door.
Okay.
I'm going to follow.
Where's my mouse? I have a mouse. There you are. Okay. So you leave your room.
I am completely out of spell slots, though, spooky.
Okay. Duly noted.
And you're walking over to that door right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Finn would like to very, very quietly listen.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Did it roll? It did. 25.
That's a very good
It's
perception.
it's very quiet, but as you push your ear to the door and you take in your surroundings, you smell something a little irony.
Checks the door.
Yeah, Finn tries the door handle. Is it locked?
It is unlocked.
Finn will, without actually opening the door, will knock on it gently. Just doesn't say anything, just knocks on it a few times.
No response.
I look at Gran and I'm like, should we go in? It's unlocked and I can smell
What do you
what I assume is smells like blood. Could be something else, but I don't know much else that smells like blood.
I don't smell it. But if you think you smell blood, we should definitely go in.
Finn will turn and knock again.
Okay. There's no response at the door.
Finn will open the door a crack and look in.
Okay. So you open it a crack. It opens inward. The door hinge on the inside. You see the wall of the room first, and then second you see a pool of blood.
Finn would like to step in and find the source of blood, and if it happens to be a person, would like to do, like, I don't know, a medicine check or something.
Okay. I'll go ahead and open the... Then pull back the door. As you open it up, there is an armored corpse human on the ground, face down, in a pool of blood. There's a large knife in his back.
It's... Say that again.
Okay. There is a armored human, face down, in the middle of the room, in a pool of blood with a knife in his back.
Finn will... Does it look like Durant?
You can get closer and turn over the body if you'd like.
Finn absolutely
perhaps
does.
do the medicine check first.
Okay, Finn will go in, put the hand on the neck, look for a pulse, and roll over at the same time.
You put give me a medicine check. You put your hand on his neck. There's no pulse. As you turn it over, it's not
Well,
Durant.
I just look up at Gran and I shake my head no. Do I recognize this person, and are they dressed like an assassin by chance?
You recognize this person as... actually, give me a history check.
I would like in on that.
Granted, as you stand back at the door, you know Finn has stepped all in the blood. The puddles, her hands, her clothes are covered.
You're getting very dirty again.
With that history check, he might have been in the group of students that showed up here. You don't know.
God, I get rolled.
Yeah, neither one of you. You've not had any kind of classes with him. You haven't seen him in the hallways or had
Does
dinner.
he have anything in his pockets? Does he have a student ID on him?
You could definitely go and check. You
I
would
will
also
check his
just
pockets.
find yourself walking through the pool of blood and rummaging through his pockets.
If Gran mentions it, Finn would
I will
absolutely search
mention
him.
it because I don't want to walk through the blood.
Okay. It's just a very obvious thing that I can't be like, aha, you stepped in blood.
It's a choice.
Right. Give me that investigation check, Finn, if you're going to go through the pockets.
Yep. It's very weird to me because investigation. Out of character, I know that the only other human male student was Richard Doyle, and he's dead. because there are 2 other humans and they're both female. I know of. Anyway, yeah, I rolled a 10.
Well, investigation check, you find, going through his pockets, you do find what seems to be a class schedule. It's hard to read. It's kind of soaked in blood. You find some other implements that say that show it to be a.
It belongs to.
What was that?
Finn will open, Finn will open the thing and say, "Who do you belong to the schedule?" and see if it reacts.
Doesn't react to your voice. But on his person are other implements of students. You see some pencils, some scrap
Does he have a
pieces
hall
of paper.
pass?
Maybe
You didn't find one.
Maybe he is from a different year.
Strange that there's a dead body in this room. Looks down at herself covered in blood. I should probably wash this off.
I agree.
Finn is. Yeah, Finn will just sigh and walk back to the walk over to the bathrooms or this direction.
Mhm.
And we'll begin washing everything.
Okay. Yeah, and there's definitely
And-
a series of bloody footprints going from
Yeah.
the room to the bathroom.
Finn would do the most basic, make it so I'm not spreading blood everywhere, and then go clean up the hallway.
Okay.
And
Go. Just give me a perception check for cleaning.
because 20.
Okay.
Finn is well aware that bloody footprints could lead to accusations that Finn would love to avoid. So Finn is being extra careful to make sure that they don't look suspicious in this sense.
As you do the cleaning and the scrubbing, it takes some time, but you notice the skull looking right at you. As you are mid-scrub, seems to have taken a visual interest in your presence.
Okay.
As you're cleaning up, you think you could do a really good job of getting all the traces of blood in the footsteps. Except it's hard to, the pool of blood around him. You're unable to.
So I leave most of what's in the room.
Right. What I'm saying is your
Just
boot
the
print.
stuff that I.
When you're stepping in the pool, as it moved the blood around, there's definitely somebody was there, in his pool of blood.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part you're really not sure if you want to try to mess with.
We have to. We have to say something to someone.
Finn walks over to the skull and says, "I suppose I should report that there's." And Finn has the hall pass. I suppose that I should report that there's a dead body. Do you know who I would report that to? I say to the sentry skull thingy.
Sure. There's no response from the skull.
I'm gonna pull out my class schedule and ask it who do I report a dead body to?
Point of order, Finn put his schedule back in his. Left him how she found him.
Okay. All right. Granted, no response. Your hall pass does not answer your question.
I wonder if it only works in the daytime.
Perhaps it thinks you're supposed to be asleep.
I probably am supposed to be asleep.
Let's go to sleep. I don't know what happened to Durant, but
I don't know what happened to Nipples either.
As you walk back in the hallway, the door on the other side of your room opens up, and you see Durant stick his head out and go, "I'm trying to sleep. Could you fucking keep it down?" And he's gonna slam his door.
Did you go into the wrong room?
That one.
I was gonna say, out of character, this was his room.
Never was. I never move characters from their rooms. I create duplicate tokens that move them around the map. So
See, Finn would have known that.
you
That was the room that he walked into, because I was the original bodyguard for Granite.
he's never not been in that room right here.
I thought it was this room over to the
This
left
one
of
here.
us.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty sure.
Or to the right of us, I mean.
That token is never moved from his room.
Because we followed him.
Maybe Durant was in the wrong room at one time.
Maybe he went into that room and killed a guy.
It's always possible. that when you watch a token move down the hallway, and he moves, and I go down, and you don't see the full walking down the hallway. You saw he kind of jumped right
Yeah.
there.
So the only reason, like, Finn knows which room
Oh
to
no,
look in.
we're going with it. That was good.
Yeah, you just found a murder. It's perfect.
What do we do about that? Also, do you think he knows that you have that thing yet?
Oh, I doubt it.
I mean, I feel like this should have given it away.
We would have got moved back into our room while having this conversation. Or Finn would have gone back into the room before they had
I
this
will have
conversation.
followed her.
Stand right outside his room, talk about the past.
Do you think that he realizes it isn't on yet?
Well, as far as I can tell, he hasn't been scorched by any floating skulls, so...
I wonder if he got another one.
He could have. He seems like the kind of guy who could have. I really want to go make, like, maybe this is...
Infinite hall passes just keep stealing them from him.
I'm not gonna lie. That was thought number one. Thought number two was leaving a bloody handprint on his door, but that's just spoopy talking. Ignore me.
Well, you know where to get a bunch of blood to do it, so.
I know where some blood could be.
Anything else for the
Enough,
night?
enough with the blood. No, I'm going to sleep. If he's alive, do you think that means Nibbles is alive?
I don't know what to think about that. We should sleep.
I'm going to sleep.
And
now
Finn
that I
will,
think I have hope that Nibbles is alive.
Okay.
Finn will pass out.
All of you notice you have a pretty hard time sleeping. You don't have enough blankets to sleep comfortably. You're chilly all night. You wake up a few times shivering, trying to pile more blankets or clothes on, however you cope with it, but it is noticeably colder.
Finn will ask Gran if she's comfortable cuddling.
Oh, please, it's so cold. Can I be the little spoon?
Finn will turn into a tabaxi and and curl up and be warm cat friend.
Okay.
That's how we cope.
All right. And the dawn comes by, well, to let you know, through a bell. As morning comes, and those in the kitchen, those in their bedrooms, you hear the morning bell sound through the seminary.
I will get up and head towards the cafeteria because I want to know what we're going to do today.
Okay.
The options are unlimited.
Make
Mr.
sure you
DM
check
man.
your schedule and make sure that you have whatever spells prepped that you
Oh
need.
yeah, I should do that. Are
Would
we
you-
going
Today's
to
day-
class today?
4?
It is day 4. Yep.
Oh shoot, where did I put that schedule?
History
Oh.
of the Nation of Ectoon, Ectoon 101.
I know you have a digital one. I have printed it out 3 times now.
Clay, what's your thought?
Out of game. Did we get enough for a long rest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. You could sleep through being a little chilly. If the temperature or other environmental things were to continue to change, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say at worst, I figured you'd make us do a con save.
There's some ways to go about it. But we're only at 55 degrees. You know, it's
Yeah,
chilly.
I could sleep. I love
That's
55
normal
actually.
for underground. Oh man, there's so many notes in here, but no class.
Oh,
Hey,
well,
Okar
you
TV
asked
drops
and
it
someone
another 15
gives.
degrees as the morning comes and the
Oh.
bell hits. It drops down to 40 degrees. Some of your breath momentarily you vaporizes just a bit as the sudden drop in temperature shifts, and
Just say if it drops 15 instantly, that would make us all really cold because your body has to acclimate.
like a cold shower that you adjust to. As the
Okay, where is the digital version? It's on Roll20, right? Yes.
Here, I'll just
I got
post
it.
in-
I got it. I'm learning. I'm learning.
all right, so
I know everyone has it.
Gwenna and Beholder, you're the first ones to see Tobias and his bodyguard walk in to breakfast in the morning. Tobias waves at the two of you as you kind of shuffle to and wake up. Brave friends, how you doing?
Good morning.
Oh, no, the little one here. Oh, look at you. You seem bright and shiny.
Well, I had a very good workout yesterday.
Oh, it was exceptional. How? Tell me about it. Look at that handsome boy in the background of Granite's screen. He's gone.
Well, we fought giants, and one of our friends died.
One of your friends died. That's not how it happens.
How does it happen? I don't understand.
Hmm. Well, I mean, he's not dead, but he would have been to a little bit of an ordeal. He might need his friends right about now, but he's fine.
We haven't seen him yet.
Would you look around at all?
We looked. It was after hours when we got back, so we
Finn
looked a
notices
little bit, but didn't find him.
Finn notices Gwenna under the table. Gwenna, did you spend the entire night here?
Beholder will give you a nod, saying,
Oh,
By the way,
Has anyone
I
checked
wanna
Gwenna's
know.
room?
I want to know. I would have fed the dog in the morning.
Okay, noted.
Yay!
He seems to have warmed up to you a little bit.
Did you put
You
a
wake up
blanket
and
over her?
he is, or her, Tuna is up against you when you wake up. Body heat.
Good dog.
Now I want to know if Tuna was smart enough to pull the blanket to us.
You know what? Give me an animal handling, Gwenna. Let's see what side training you've given Tuna.
Come on, Tuna.
I feel like nurturing
Heck
tucking
yeah.
in is
Girl.
exactly what Gwenna would teach a dog to do.
Sheet
Right?
and blanket.
Damn.
Emotional support, Corgi.
Yay, she's
win.
doing her job.
Yeah, then I would have fed and watered and laid back down and just pet the dog the whole time, all morning.
Okay.
Yay.
Do I?
Once Finn...
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead.
It'll be about that time Gwenna realizes she hasn't seen Tuna.
Okay. Gwenna realizes this and she's still under the table and she kind of goes, "Oh, Tuna!" and like smacks her head as she's trying to get up.
Aww.
More careful up there. There's a table above you.
No!
Wait,
Morning!
if you're here, you didn't go to your room.
Finn offers to help Gwenna.
Thank
help them under the
you.
table. Finn is their usual Finn, not a tabaxi anymore.
Okay. Too easy.
I think before breakfast happens, Gwenna's just gonna go back to the room and check on Tuna.
I'm going to follow her and be like, "Do you think he is in your room? Would he have gone back there if he came back? They said he wouldn't die, and then Durant wasn't dead, so I don't think that he is dead." And I'm just gonna follow her, chattering away.
Granny, too many. Headache.
Finn is walking silently.
I will
with them.
heal.
Okay.
Did you get all your points back from your long rest?
She does.
Everyone does.
Okay.
You follow whoever's
I'm
going with
following
her.
Finn.
Goes with her. So the whole, all four of you walk in, and you do see Tuna and Nibbles. However, you are at this exact moment, Nibbles.
I assume still laying down, just petting the dog, just spending the morning away like I lethargic.
I'm gonna run right up to the bedside and peer over it like this and be like, "What happened to you?"
Are you on the bed or on the floor?
I'm actually on the floor.
Then I will get down very low and squat. "What happened to you? Where did you go? Are you okay?"
Too much.
So, I've been hearing that a lot this morning.
I'm here. It's all you need to know for now. I don't want to talk about it.
That's par for the course as well.
Finn quietly, meticulously, slowly walks in and sits down next to him. And just is there, trying to be comforting without being obtrusive.
Okay.
Clay's just standing in there with his mouth hanging open, trying to figure out what's going on.
Tuna will actually wander over to Clay. Pull away from Nibbles once the room gets a little packed. He sniffs everybody and then just settles over next to Clay.
I
Rude.
scratch Tuna behind the ears.
This is the dog that apparently just doesn't need to be taken out to use the bathroom.
Hey,
It just occurs to me that
She's
that's
got
the
a
thing.
corner.
She's taught herself.
You hear a
Taught
flush.
her to go outside by herself.
I mean, if cats can be trained to do it.
I appreciate you guys. But you're gonna be late for class. Are you guys ready?
are you ready?
It's history
yeah.
of Neptune today, right?
Are we going to class today?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd rather sit through a history lesson than tempt fate for the moment.
Agree. No more
All right.
trolls.
Well, you know, history is my favorite
Well, I wouldn't
subject.
say no more trolls.
No
Maybe
more
just one or
trolls.
two trolls.
Giants.
You would take-
Ogres,
you would take.
giants.
Not me.
Yes.
Yeah, Finn will. I guess once we're all ready to go to class, Finn will get up and just kind of quietly stand by the door.
I will ask my schedule how to get to history of Neptune.
Okay, let me. Oh, wrong map. Let me go to my other dungeon master. Roll 20. Go to the history teacher. You are. Where did I put you, Professor?
So I'm just gonna close my mouth and then say, "Good to see you, Nibbles," and then turn around and leave.
Good to see you too.
Alright.
I'm glad you are not dead.
Yes, me too.
Alright, there is the line to the history class as the light appears on the floor and guides you over. Let me go and open up. Yep, door's already open.
I'm sitting up front this time because this is my favorite class. I love history.
Nerd.
Well, as you walk in, the professor is a shorter tiefling man. Looks older and aged. His skin deep and sagging. He's wearing finely cut, but not a bit out of style, black robes, sashes and belts, and pouches full of different spices and herbs hanging off of it. He watches and waits as everybody enters the classroom. And we realize I also have a camera. Let's pan you over. Boop. And he's going to, if I do this, there you go. Old man teacher.
I'm going to turn to Finn and whisper very quietly, I wonder who we should tell about that thing from last night.
I'm not sure we're going to need to tell anybody.
I don't think we can leave it the way it is. That does not feel... That feels like it would appear suspicious if anyone ever was able to place us there.
We'll talk about it after class.
This is fine.
And a few moments go by and nobody else enters the classroom. There's another bell that rings. And every time I've said bell, it's not like a... I say bell and I hear like the... like that echoes through like my high school hallway, but it's just like a single like Notre Dame bell, like a dong, dong. And he takes a walk around the classroom. He walks right down the center. Walks up to the front and says, "Hello, class. I am Professor Shame. Welcome to history. I am the seminary's history professor. I have been teaching history at the seminary for 45 years. Nobody has ever gotten an A in my class. Some of you may have a chance to pass. If you work diligently, you listen, you take copious notes, and share them with nobody.
That seems fair.
I am going to now begin the lesson. We will start with an agenda. The first thing we will talk about is the formation of Ektun's nation. And then we will begin to talk about today the wars and the conflicts caused by Loros and Robad, sending us into a military-industrial age that we have yet to come out of. Industry is what keeps us alive. It keeps us strong and ahead of our enemies. It began with the rediscovery of magic-infused steel. 458 years ago, we found and rediscovered the techniques and procedures required to make magical steel. It gave us a short advantage against our enemies. But the pressure was non-stop, and they soon rediscovered it themselves. We could only stay one step ahead, so we adapted and created a production line to make more magical weapons than they could possibly produce. We mined out the entirety of the southern mountains. You'll find there now that Robad has taken up great fortresses and strongholds in the caves that were once ours. They hold no strategic value, but those dimwits cannot build shelters to withstand a rainstorm. But that was us. And the metal, the iron, the coal, the reagents are stored and stockpiled and will last us the next millennia.
That's a very long time.
I hope that you have an opportunity to see it. And he continues to go on. And he focuses on the industrial power of Ektun first. He talks about 3 major cities that were founded around the industrialization of war, and where the heart of Ektun originated from. Those 3 cities eventually became the sprawling city you're in now, combined and connected and reinforced. It is one large assembly line of military domination. They don't always have the upper hand in technological advances, but they make up for it with mass production. You might not have the best cannons, but you have more cannons than your enemy.
More is better.
Wise words from the little one. More is better. Almost sound like the minimo. His acolytes were always telling me, what is good, more must be better. And then you find them in the gutter. One too many better nights.
That's not exactly what I meant by more is better. I think that there is balance as well.
You, Brandon, think there was balance. Does anybody disagree with the balance? You all believe that balance is the answer.
No, I believe that power is the answer.
Power.
But balance is good to have as well. if you don't want to end up in a gutter like someone from the minimal.
Tell me more about balance, Granite.
But do you want to know?
I want you to expound on your thoughts as balance is power.
Well, I feel like if you have the ability to balance the good and the bad, you have the ability to have people trust you. And if people trust you to take care of them, then you have people backing you, and that is usually a very powerful thing. That is how you build large armies, is it not?
He takes a moment, he thinks about it. Does anybody else have a thought? Is Granite the only one with a thought in this class?
I'm going to to my friends.
Yes, Clayton.
You're muted.
Professor, wouldn't it be better to have more of the best?
That's a great way to put it. Continue. Elaborate on that thought for me.
Well, it seems to me that if you have better cannon and more of them, then you would be able to beat someone with not as many of the good cannons. It seems like there might be some way to figure out how many of the not good cannon you might need to beat how many of the good cannons do. As a matter of fact, wow, there's a lot of different ways this could go. I could go on and on about this for a long time.
Please do, I'm interested.
Well, think about it. If you have cannon that are twice as good as another cannon, and you have 100 of those, and your opponent has 100 of the not good ones, you probably beat the not good ones. And if your opponent has 200 of the not good ones, and you have 100 of the good ones, then it's kind of a toss-up, probably, right? And so it seems like we could do some kind of calculations to figure out, like, how to have the right amount of the good cannons and the right amount of the regular cannons, and how much they cost. Because cost is a factor, and the ability, the amount of time it takes to make one is also a factor. And so you got to factor all that into your production lines to figure out like what the perfect cannon to make the most of it. That's what I think.
That all sounds like balance to me.
Let me give you the Ectun secret. When we find a better cannon, we spare no expense. We make all the cannons. And that is not balance. That is overwhelming power and force directed at the enemies of Ectun. And while I like your reasonable, well thought out mind, remember, we have the backing of generations of wealth and materials and the great minds that forge these weapons. Never settle for second best. There is no improvement. There is no good try. There is only winning. Your homework assignment for the day. We'll call it the night. Is to put down your thoughts on what it is to win. It'll be due next time you sit in my classroom. Gwenna!
Yes.
How do you win?
Oh, Gwenna has a fear of talking in class just because she's so not good at it. Win. Not burn cake. That wins.
He looks at you, gives you a puzzled look, and says, elaborate on not burning the cake. Is this some metaphor?
So, to make cake, add all ingredients correctly, balance, make sure everything right, bake, it come out right, you win. No balance, you do it wrong, you lose.
Buena. I've heard of your adventures in the kitchen. Your homework assignment is different. You will make the cake with all the best ingredients. All of them in large quantities. Not the correct amount, not the balance. Put it all in there, Gwenna. Spare nothing.
You can see Gwyneth's heart breaking.
Report
Okay.
your findings. Next
Yes.
time we meet.
I do. She hates it.
He seems to be taking a little bit of pride in your discomfort.
Oh, mean.
He turns to the bodyguards, looks at Finn, looks at Nibbles and Beholder, and he says, "Not everyone has forgotten the bodyguards. I tell you this, put yourselves in the most uncomfortable and scary situations imaginable. Risk your lives as many times as you can. You will either die, or you will come out stronger. We have no need for weak chaff in Ektun's nation. Get stronger. Protect your wards, or I don't want to see you." And the bell rings. Radiates to the hallway as he turns his back to the class and goes back to his desk, and he starts pulling out papers and notes and just completely ignores you.
Okay. That was a class.
I'm gonna leave.
Follow
Wait
Gran.
till I'm outside of the door and down the hallway to say to Finn and Clay and Gwenna. Well, you would think that at least one of the classes wouldn't feel that anxious and violent.
Eh.
We're
What do
learning
you
a lot
mean
at this
that
school. What do you
anxious?
think?
I'll tell you all this. That's unlike any history class I've ever had.
Did we miss all of? We missed a whole night.
Yeah.
We missed Principles of Power and Free Evening last night. Today we have Matters of War and Quartermaster Club, which I'm excited to see what Quartermaster Club is.
Oh yeah, I should probably look at that again and be prepared for the next. Gosh, why did that happen? Oh no.
Hey,
Rearranging
schedule.
There you go.
Hey, schedule. Do I have detention tonight or not?
The schedule does not respond.
Okay. Well, I forgot to eat this morning, so I'm hungry, so I'm eating lunch.
I hit a button that apparently put it at 4 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and drop that back down.
No, power walk, 4 miles an hour,
We're
next
just gonna-
3 hours. Go.
Oh no, I lost something on roll 20 and now I feel sad.
So
Alright,
as you
see,
come
seem out
in,
of breath.
as you come into the dining hall again, you do see the Yeti and Durant. The Yeti's got a large stack of cheeseburgers, right, on a pyramid in front of him. And as you walk in, as the group walks in, Nibbles, you walk in. He pretends to have already been going, like, for a burger. Like, he's obviously been waiting for you to come challenge him. And he grabs the burger and he looks at you expectantly.
That's adorable. I ship it.
I walk over to the sweetest thing I can find in this place, sit down right in front of it, and just start slowly eating.
Like in front of the table? In front of the buffet line?
Wherever it operates. So if
Okay.
it's like cinnamon rolls, I sit down right in front of it and just start slowly eating the cinnamon rolls.
Boop-a-doo.
The Yeti seems a bit disappointed and begins to match your pace of slow eating.
Aww.
You start eating the cinnamon rolls, and we'll come back to that in a moment. What is everybody else doing?
Well, I'm gonna go wherever. Where are you at, Nibbles?
I put myself right here, but if the cinnamon rolls are somewhere else,
Yeah, they'll be just move to the bar on the far right. Right there.
I'm gonna grab food and go sit over here.
right next to him.
I'm gonna go here and get one cinnamon roll, and just kind of pick at it next to Nibbles.
Okay.
Oh man, is this like the picking but never actually making it to the mouth? Like you just kind of like roll it in your fingers and shit?
No, I'm eating little bits of it. Like cinnamon roll's not my bag today, but
He's
I'm feeling
nibbling it.
solidarity. Yeah, I'm feeling solidarity.
Okay.
Gwenna's gonna eat cinnamon rolls too. They sound really good. Comforting. Not anxiety filled.
Gwenna and Clay, just standing on each side of Nibbles, reaching in and grabbing cinnamon buns. Okay.
I swear, you guys care too much.
After I make it part of the way through the cinnamon roll, I'm just gonna quietly say, "Feeling all right, buddy?"
Yep, it's gonna take me some time, but yep, I'm a strong one.
All right,
Nothing's gonna break.
I'm here.
Beholder's gonna check up on Finn because it was her birthday yesterday.
Oh, forgot about that.
Right.
Happy birthday!
It's my birthday. I can cry if I want to. Cry if I want to.
Birthday, Nibbles cries.
I mean, we had a birthday party and a adventuring party.
And
A
an
rebirth.
adventuring party, and then someone died. Yep, that was a thing.
and then we found a dead body.
Finn
This is someone who died.
Finn just like if Beholder comes over, she'll just kind of like lean on him, lay her head on him, be like, "I'm glad Nibbles is okay, or
Me too.
alive at least."
I think he'll bounce back. He needs some time.
I wonder what Gwenna was gonna do with that slice of cake. Whatever happened to that cake? She must have dropped it when she wild shaped.
I was assuming that when she got hit, she was still holding it and it smushed into her. So she probably hasn't cleaned it off yet.
There's just cake on your shirt. Fine, it's canon.
And nobody's bothered to point it out yet.
Shortly,
You should.
Go ahead.
shortly after being surrounded by everybody, it's kind of actually helped Nibbles a little bit. He's gonna just, fuck it, whatever, I'm doing it. I don't care. Just get the day over with. And I go over to the Yeti. I challenge him.
Okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw. He perks up a bit as you come over, and he begins to try to match your pace.
Around that time, Finn is gonna come. It's going to notice what's Gran doing.
Yeah, all these conversations are happening near simultaneous. We'll get to Granite in a second.
Yeah, sorry, I'm making this difficult.
No, you're great. Day number 3, and you look at him. He senses something, and so you're winning for a little bit because he's just not keeping pace. But as you start to give up, he loses his
Slow down, like
Empathy.
his will to give it to you, and he's just like "Rah." He's actually just still hungry. As Phil, it was.
can't even beat his lowest urges.
He gives a good growl. Now, while this is happening, Granite, you went over and sat next to Durant, and he looked over at you as you did, and he's okay. Hi, hello.
Hi, hello. Sorry to keep you up last night. I just wanted to ask you if you could tell me more about how extracurriculars work. Like, what happens when you die?
All right. Roll me a persuasion check, please.
And I was gonna say, is this within earshot of me?
It will. You'll come over halfway through this conversation if it extends. We got a little
Okay,
bit
I'm
of
just
time.
saying, if I ever catch any sound and figure out what it is, I'm just walking away.
Okay. All right. We'll say it takes a moment, and you can do you'll have your food competition, and then you'll get up and walk away, as this question is asked. 13. He says, but what about dying?
Well, there's a lot of things about extracurricular activities that I don't understand, like why they take precedence over classes, and um, I watched like so. Player one didn't come in with us. So do you go in as a group? Is there only one activity in a day, and everybody is on
All
the
right, all
same
right.
team?
That's he seems clearly annoyed. He says that's a lot of questions. All right, one question at a time, there, little one.
Was the most important one? Are all of the players on the same team?
I've never been in a scenario where there were more people.
Really? We went in as a group and we were players 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Okay, ignoring your bad math. Okay.
So it's different every time.
Oh, so what happened?
We walked through the wall and there was a castle full of giants and we had to kill 12 of them. 12 of them.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like an earlier one. Yeah, no, you did that, and you said there was just somebody else. Okay, no, maybe that happens. I've never did that.
Is it random? Or can you choose what you do?
No, you get no choice. It'd be too easy.
So it's random. Is there a way to? And you can't choose who your companions are unless you go in with them?
I don't know, actually. I've never gone in with anybody.
You don't take your bodyguard with you?
Fuzzy? Yeah, I bring Fuzzy.
Fuzzy is fuzzy, I like him. What else? I don't know if I have any other questions, but I am very lost and confused.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. Extracurriculars, it's this thing where we found that the soldiers who had been through war were significantly better prepared for combat than those who had spent time in the academy. We found that a little bit of tactics and leadership go a long way, but nothing sacrifices experience. So it's been on the books for some time that this extracurricular program is dangerous, but its experience is better.
Is it real or is it a simulation?
It's magic. It's real. Did you come back feeling chipper?
No.
You get hit, did it hurt?
Yes.
All right then.
What is your favorite class? Are there ones that you like to go to?
Okay, this really got personal real quick. What's your angle?
What's my angle? You're my neighbor, and you're the only person other than Tobias that has talked to me yet.
He's talkative. Fucking frog man. Look, why do you care?
Care about what? What your favorite class is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I just want to know if there's ones that I should not skip because it is fun to go to.
What are you here to learn?
I'm
What's
here to-
important to you? Why are you here?
I want to hit things with my hammer.
All right, then make sure you make it to the War Master's class. General Elton's real good at that shit.
Okay, thank you. And I will take my food and go back over to this table. Because I am assuming Finn is still there.
Okay. As you leave, he goes, Fuzzy, let's get out of here. He stands up and as he pulls the Yeti away, the Yeti's grabbing the plate of burgers and bringing them with him. And the treadmill begins to move for the Yeti.
Oh, Zev, I hear a rumor that there's going to be cake. I think that Gwen is going to have to make a cake.
Yeah, that's what I need right now, another fat pill. As he walks down the hall, shouting over his shoulder.
I was talking to the Yeti.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take ourselves a short break, 10 minutes. But before we do that, we're going to go back over to Stream Raiders. There's a battle ready to go. I'm loving this, so I'm going to hit this stream battles button. Hopefully it doesn't break anything. Haha! Oh, do I have sound on? I really want sound this time. Let's go. Alright, so it looks like there's a couple of tubes with orc experiments in it. We're just right in the middle of the conflict. We've got Okar at the top, Spoopy taking over the lead with 2 kills, 7 assists. It's a competition now between Okar and Spoopy. It does look like Bruno top with the most kills, 4. But the assist here between Okar and Spoopy are out of this world, and one more boss remaining. Spoopy, Okar, who's it gonna be? Alright, looks like Spoopy snatches the lead. We're gonna give her the item reward, which is 3 rogue scrolls, which will help her level up her rogue, which I saw the rogue doing some nasty stuff the other day. So let's go and grant rewards to the viewers. And oh, man, my stream deck hates me right now. That thing's gonna be a pain for a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We're gonna go on that break. I'm gonna hit the Bad Daddy button. I don't have a Bad Daddy button.
Oh, no.
Oh
Oh no!
It's literally-
You'll just have to do it
Go ahead. Manually? Manually?
manually.
It was a
Start
button.
singing, Casey.
Bad Daddy. Blah, 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 blah.
Your son.
I think it's... Oh, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I do have it.
I'm a real boy. Has it played yet?
It's playing. Bad Daddy.
Perfect.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why does it keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad Daddy. Not your son. Bad Daddy. Real boy. Bad daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why does it keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad daddy. Let's go ahead and top off this Coca-Cola. Not your son. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. I'm Uncommon. Welcome to Uncommon Gaming. These are the 6 best people in the universe. Larry is currently, the whole house is flooding. The toilet just won't stop going. He's working on that right
Dear
now.
God, help!
I'm sure he'll be right
We're
back.
gonna close the curtains to the kitchen.
Now he's doing some
right?
cool 3D stuff. So, when we left off, everybody was kind of congregating at lunch in the cafeteria. Durant had just walked out, and I think we should probably, signify that with me taking him out of the room. But other than that, you have a little bit of time before your next class. What would you like to do?
What is the next class?
Matters of war.
Do we need magic for that?
I got something.
Oh, that's the problem I'm having. How do I get my side scroll back? Oh, that's how. Okay. No.
Zoom in.
It's not there.
Zoom in, zoom out.
I can do that, but my whole, the chat disappeared on Roll20, and I don't. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Okay. Perfect. So, what are we doing?
I'm looking at my class schedule.
I think
And
Gwyneth's
this
gonna
is-
walk over to Granny.
This is day 4. How are you going to make lots of cakes?
No!
You could make one with all of the cinnamon and see how that is.
Why? Why you hurt?
Oh,
Why
I'm
you hurt?
sorry. I just like to get a reaction out of you. You know that.
I know.
Also, would prove your point to the teacher. You know.
I make bad cake.
I don't think you should make a bad
I
cake.
don't want no
I
bad.
don't think that making a single cake with all of the ingredients is what he meant. What he meant, or what he was talking about, was creating a lot of the best thing. So if you create, say, a dozen amazing, perfect, wonderful cakes, then you're making all of the best cannons. Does that make sense? So at least that's what I got from it.
I can do much
Mhm.
much better than dump bunch of cinnamon in.
You should make cakes that look like little cannons.
Ooh.
I could do.
I think he would appreciate that. You might get extra marks. Who knows?
Cannon cake.
Watch,
Make
watch
cannon
our
cake.
watch our favorite baker get the only A in his class ever.
Okay, so
I went over and sat next to B, and while they're talking, I'm just gonna go, hey B.
Yeah.
You didn't have to catch what the assignment was, did you?
It was about the description of power, your definition of power.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for paying attention.
Do I overhear that
I was
at all?
writing
it's up
notes.
to you.
Am I close by to you, Clay?
We're sitting at the same
What did you
table.
do after Durant left?
I went back to sit by Finn.
And Finn was sitting by me.
Yeah. Okay, so
So-
I would overhear that. I would say, I thought he said it was to write about what your definition of winning was.
That one. That was what it was. See,
Oh.
took notes.
Oh, I
Finn
don't
looked
take
at their
notes. I
notebook.
I don't like to write.
I know that's
Which
why I
reminds
for
me,
you, darling.
can I say my essay to one of you, and I don't know. I will help you with your workouts or training or something. I
I'll help
just
you, Granny.
don't want to write. Thank you, Clay.
If you haven't missed any notes, let me know. I take notes quite quickly.
I would appreciate it. I'm not good at notes. I don't like to write, but I remember things usually.
I'm gonna need Granite, Finn, and Gwenna to give me a intelligence roll, by the way, and I'm gonna rearrange the cameras. I just realized they were shuffled again.
That is because my internet pooped out. Sorry.
Oh, you're good. That happens.
Ugh, I can't
to be
roll
easier
the
to deal
data
with.
save my life.
So beholders. Here we're gonna. Okay, I'm just taking notes of those checks.
That's not ominous at all. No.
I feel like this is how I get a D- in this history of Ectune class.
I mean,
That'd be
I could
helping.
just present, give you real materials and real tests and let you do it that way, but I just assumed we'd do it the D&D way.
I don't want a real test.
I could definitely just actually prepare a history class every week.
A
Over the
history
next
of Ectune?
year.
That seems a bit ambitious, Casey.
Where would I get that from? You'll just be one day you'll walk in and it'll just be like, all right, so today I am the substitute teacher. Instead of a class, we've got a video here. These two guys talk about, and we just go to the YouTube video of me creating the world.
I love it.
No, Nibbles was right.
Is it time? Let's see. So class schedule.
Elder becomes Gwenna, Granite, Clayton. All right, we're good on the videos. So taking a quick look.
Self-study and
Granite, you were
reflection.
having a hard time. What he said, kind of that. He went very in depth about the formation of the cities, the councils, how they industrialized, and it's just slowly becoming mush. You can't stop replaying the conversation with, let's say, Durant in your head, rather than what the class was about.
Wait, which conversation?
The one you just had. That distracted you, threw you off. That's what your 7 represents.
Okay.
Oh no, Larry!
No, I clicked a button. I didn't mean to. Scared you?
No,
What
I
did
just
you
gotta
do?
redo all the cameras again.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time
it
you
reorders
mute your
people.
video, it puts you at the end.
Oh, oops.
No, you're good. There's got to be a better solution. I just don't know what it
Hello.
is. I need a production team. All right. So, what are y'all doing with the rest of your? You got a couple minutes, not a lot. You doing anything with your time?
Matters of War. Nope, I think I'm just going to Matters of War.
Okay.
I'm gonna, as we leave the room, I'm just gonna kind of step up next to Finn and put my hand on their shoulder and say, "He's okay."
I hope so. Apparently, I don't exist. Oh, there you are. But you moved me. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. We get that sorted out. So
That's all. It's just awkward boy's way of trying to be reassuring.
Finn nods and appreciates it. And actually, Finn, as people are filing out, Finn was going to stop and just wait for Nibbles.
I must have missed something. What's going on?
Just as everyone is leaving to go to class, whenever that happens, Finn is going to stop, stay back and have a moment with Nibbles, if he's willing.
Oh yeah. As long as you made that obvious, otherwise I would have been following with Gwenna.
Yeah. Nibbles, just a moment, if you will.
Yes.
Finn is going to get down, because you're short. Finn is going to get down on one knee and just give you the biggest hug.
He'll flinch at first,
She
but
would
yeah.
gently, she's not just going to, like, pounce on you.
Yeah.
But she would give you the biggest hug and be like, I'm so glad you're alive.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That's it.
And squeeze tight, a little bit tighter back.
They hold the hug and then choke it up and walk to class next to him.
Okay.
Gran can take care of herself. I know she's fine.
So you walk down the hall. The light on the floor illuminates and guides you south and over to the east. As you get into the room, it's a large circular chamber, not unlike many of the other classrooms, but there is a sand pit in the middle. On the northern side, there are 2 long tables filled with all manners of weapons and implements. They are, they look heavily used, sharpened, taken care of, but it looks like there was a class right before this one, and there is blood splatter on the blades, on the floor.
Gwenna, where are you?
No! Gwenna is lost!
No, Gwenna!
I thought I saw her teleport through a wall.
You definitely teleported through a wall at some point. I think you're in, like, this area, but I could be wrong.
I
Yeah,
was
somewhere
following
over
the
here.
line.
Oh no! All right. Let's see if I can find
Over
her.
here?
I'm lost.
She's literally in the wall.
Is she in the wall?
No!
Wait a minute. Let me pull the camera out. Because,
Somewhere in this area.
according to my camera, oh, she's down. How did you get down there?
I don't know.
Where's down there?
It is right here.
How?
Nope, that room doesn't exist. Don't
I
look at that room.
was
There you go.
following.
That's no, bad secret room.
Secret room eating students.
All right, we get that lined up over there. Delete my
Question.
giant red line. What's up?
As we were walking past our door and our neighbor's door, was there any indication that the neighbor's door has had any interaction? Like, it wasn't open or there wasn't, like, caution tape or anything? Or
Did you close the door last night when you left?
Ben would have, yes.
It's still closed. There's no caution tape. There's no dead body inside sign.
You said that that there's blood and stuff in here, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. On sight of that, Nibbles is just gonna step out and well, like when I know, I'll be on the outside and just leave.
Okay.
I don't
Oh, no.
think he's doing as well as we thought.
Go cuddle Tuna! She's gonna shout through the door.
Yeah, Nibbles will smile, but yeah, he's gonna sit there
You're
and
gonna
be
say
like a bodyguard.
Okay. Well, the little bit of time passes as you sit there, and the bell will ring again. And this individual, a tall, lean man with a large red cape, take off the helmet. He's got salt and pepper, short hair with a little bit of a beard. And he addresses the class shortly, moments after the bell goes. He says, "Hello there. I am General Elton. I am your war master. I am the war master at Ektoon's Academy. Here today in my class, we will be going over the basics of Mortal Kombat. Here today in my class, you will be hitting each other with implements of war, and you will not hold back. I give you the assurance that we do not murder our students here. There are magical properties assigned only to this room and only to the sandpit that will keep you alive as long as you pay attention to the rules and listen to me carefully. But as we have learned in the past, it's time for me to shut up and time for two of you to fight. Gnome, you seem anxious."
I would like to go, but what are the rules?
It's a really good. You must obey the rules. Okay, fight.
Come up here, little gnome.
I will jump into the sand pit.
Pick your weapon, not one you're carrying. Grab one from the table.
I will pick the axe.
The axe. It's a good weapon. Great for grabbing the enemy's shield and disarming them. If it can chop a good tree, it definitely swings through a good limb, a torso, a head. Keep it sharp, though. A dull axe gets stuck in the enemy.
Not like a hammer, but kind of like a hammer.
Another volunteer.
Finn
I'll
glances
go.
around. There you go.
All right, come on up. Pick your weapon from the table.
No. Are you gonna put Gwynna against Durant?
Is there anything resembling a scimitar on that table?
There is, absolutely.
I'll grab the scimitar.
Okay, you find yourself a scimitar.
He wouldn't be sleeping through this one.
He's paying attention. He's watching. He didn't volunteer. He says, "All right, as the gnome has so graciously pointed out, there are rules. The rules that will keep you alive today are don't kill each other.
Is that
You may begin."
does
Strong
not,
magical property.
does not seem like okay. I will.
And he backs up
I'll
and gets out of
I'll
the way.
I'll take a step back into a fighting stance.
Go ahead and roll. Let me clear the initiative board. Make sure you get your token selected and roll me an initiative, please.
Ooh, did I have my character token selected?
You didn't. Oof. It's always you.
It is always me.
Okay. We do go with the first thing that pops up on the initiative order.
It was 8.
No, not. I'm sorry, on the turn order. We do the first thing that pops on turn order because sometimes it's going to be in your favor, sometimes it's not. We want to stick to a good rule.
And that's less work.
That too.
It is less work.
So, granted, you feel it's begun. You're the first to react. You've got your axe. What do you do?
I attack my friend with
Okay.
my battle axe, which I happen to have in my sheet.
Yay.
So, boom.
Ow.
Yeah, a 19 should hit, and one-handed or two-handed?
Two-handed.
From here on, okay. 9 points of damage, Clay, as the gnome runs up to you, brings the axe into your side, connects, and you don't know if there's a not killing magical spell going on right now, but that hurt.
We have done this before.
You get 2 attacks though, right? So would the first one have counted 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're a
but do I
paladin.
have to take both attacks?
You don't have to. Oh, no, the 6 damage. 6 damage, not 9. Do you take your second attack?
Why is it 6 and not 9?
Because 6
that's
showed
when
up.
Because it rolled twice.
You're rolling.
Oh, I see it. Why does it do that? I
'Cause you
swear I
get
turned
happy
that
and
setting
click.
off.
She's got a fast
Uh,
double-click mouse hand.
Yeah, I'll take both. I'll
Okay.
take both attacks
So
since
6
it's
and
rolling
9, so
too.
15 total, Clay. You're up. What do you
Okay.
do?
Well, I'm going to swing with my happy scimitar
I'm going to move Granite
like
up.
this. Pretty sure that's going to hit.
23 does hit. 9 points of slashing damage. Finds a place in your armor as you feel the blade dig in.
Oh, that was well hit.
Thank you. You too.
The most polite combatants this week.
I will continue. So you say, and as I'm swinging this again, because it's my turn, or do you have something else
No,
you
go
would
ahead.
like to do?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
As I'm swinging this again, I am going to say, so you say the rule is not to kill my friend. Does that just mean not use a fatal blow? What is, I don't understand.
You hit for 5 points. You take a second swing.
No.
Okay. He observes and he watches. Clay, you're up. 5 points. of damage.
Okay, I took it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I get this happy scimitar and it feels pretty good. So let's do the thing. I keep losing my mouse. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, I did.
Okay. 13, I believe,
fine.
misses Granite as you get your shield
Yes.
up and you block the damage. It looks like a hard swing, and you feel fortunate that.
The 19 missed me too.
Oh, wait, that was your swing on
you're-
him.
What was the
No,
one
my-
that hit me?
23.
23.
23. That hits.
You're using
Yeah, that hit you.
I'm using what?
if you're using a shield, you can't use it two-handed. If you're using it
I'm not
two-handed, you
using
can't
a
use it.
shield. I have my heavy armor on.
Okay, gotcha. Sorry, I was.
Y'all good?
Yep,
I
we're
think
good.
So yeah,
Okay.
We all good. I almost did 10 damage to her.
Yeah, almost.
almost.
All right. So,
Wait, I have a bonus action, don't I?
do you?
I believe I do. Eh,
You tell me.
I'll tell you what. No, I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna stand there and go, that's pretty good hit too.
Okay. The General Elton glances at you, glances back at Granite. He's watching the fight continue back and forth. He didn't say anything. Granite, your turn.
Dun, dun, dun. I am going to. I'm gonna do another battle axe attack, and then I'm gonna, for my second attack, I think I'd just like to do a kick. Like I'd like to.
You don't. Well, you don't have an unarmed attack as a
Unarmed strike.
I mean, yeah. If I'm remembering my rules right, you could do it as your second attack, yeah. So you hit with an 18, 4 points of damage. Make another attack unarmed.
Ow.
Did it go through? Because I'm about to hit the button again.
Well, it has not gone through, so you feel free to hit the button.
There you go.
The 20 will hit for 4 points of bludgeoning damage. So
And
she
then it
hits
goes
you
again.
with the axe, slices through your chest, and then follows forward with a foot into the gut. You feel the impact was just about as hard as the axe.
I feel like because I'm so short, it would have had to have been a like swinging around the axe kick.
You swing the axe, and your whole body comes forward, and the back of your heel follows through. Absolutely. As you all watch, the Granite, the little gnome, just become a little tornado. How are you looking, Clay? What are your hit points at?
I'm at about half,
Okay.
20, 26.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna hit her again with my thing.
Okay.
If I can find it.
All right.
Yes, I'm not.
13 won't find purchase again. You're swinging real hard. You're just not getting the connection. Anything else with your turn?
I am going to bonus. I think I am going to wild shape
Okay.
into a mouse, like a very small mouse,
Okay.
and I'm going to. I have movement, right?
You have some movement, yes.
Does a mouse take an opportunity attack from running away?
Yes.
Damn it!
Unless there's some specific ability on the mouse, but I doubt it.
I'm going to hope that Granite is a little taken aback by that, and I'm gonna try to run all the way over. What's a mouse's movement?
You should be able
20.
to pull it up.
Well,
20?
I picked rat. So
yeah,
rat
20
mouse.
sounds good. Where are you trying to go?
I'm just gonna try to go over here.
Okay. Granite, would you like to take your opportunity attack?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Aw,
How many hit points does a rat have?
Let me go back to it. I should have just left it.
I should put that one on there.
1d4, 1.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Granite, you hit him as he walks away, and Clay, you take one step. You take a full 13 points of damage. One of that as the rat, 12 as Clay as you come out of rat form and you tumble the rest of your distance.
Well, that didn't work.
You knows that I can catch a mouse.
Okay, so 12.
With
You
that,
have
the general
Go
steps in.
ahead.
And he says, "Halt, enough! Clayton, sit. Not on the floor, on your seat. Go, 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 go." Granite,
Yes, sir.
why did you win?
Because I didn't hold back.
Why did he lose?
Because he ran away.
Clayton, you have more tools at your disposal as a combatant, yet here on the first day of class, making your first impression to me, the War Master of Exton Seminary, you felt the need to hold back. Why?
I didn't want to kill my friend too much.
You didn't want to kill your friend too much. I'm not going to accept that as your best answer. Give me some bullshit like that again, and it'll be detention. Try
like that.
again.
You slipped out of character.
Yeah,
once
you
again.
straight went into Casey. Is that your drill sergeant voice when you're talking to your students? I do not accept that answer. Next time, it will be detention.
I don't know. It's coming from a place. We'll get there. But yeah, he says that.
I
I
I have no hate or disregard for my friend. I find it difficult to fight all out against a friend.
You should fight somebody that isn't your friend. I
Granite,
will
sit.
look at Durant.
Durant, Gwenna, up.
Give him the what for, Gwenna?
What for?
Oh, alright, I guess Gwen is going up.
Okay. And Durant will...
No offense.
Would I see Gwenna struggling with this decision?
Is she struggling with this decision?
She doesn't like it, but she knows what happens if she doesn't do what
Because
her
Beholder would see if he could volunteer to fight him.
How would you go about doing that?
War Master, would I be allowed to have a bout?
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Of course. Persuasion. So.
I want us to do 2v2.
He says, maybe next round.
Gwynna will kind of wave at everyone like, no, sit.
Okay.
I really want to watch Gwenna kick his ass, guys. I really do.
Go ahead and let me. I'm gonna hide his class by. I'm gonna hide some of his class by using this token. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, Gwenna, please.
Great.
Ooh. Okay. I'll take that. Put him on the board though. I don't need an initiative tracker for this.
Not gonna lie, I am really excited to see him fight. For the first time in any campaign, we get to see him fight.
We saw him fight once before in
No.
the early. Yes, we did. I went and
No.
we watched.
Did we? When was this?
It was
the
early.
monster things.
Yeah, monsters in the city and jelly.
With the, when
Jelly
the Taylors helped fighting, right?
The
So,
when we fought
garbage
when
monsters?
we fought the Taylors.
Gwen-
I didn't think he.
No, when the
First-
Taylors helped fight the horses and other things that were infected.
But the first time you met him, he went out and helped. All right, he's going to go first. First thing he does, sword shield in hand, he casts Hold Person. I need a Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, you jerk. Or, I mean, him. Him jerk. I just need to specify.
Hold person in one-on-one combat is very powerful.
Okay. You find yourself paralyzed.
I have a +6 in wisdom. Damn it.
He walks over directly in front of you. It's now your turn. At the end of your turn, you make this save again.
Gee, okay. So, I forgot to ask. On the table, was there a sling?
Yeah, there'd be a sling. Sorry, yeah, he would have given you an opportunity to grab a weapon. Durant did the
Okay.
same, sword and shield.
That's what she chose. Okay, and I am not able to move right now.
Right, so the end of your turn, you make another wisdom save.
Basically, end of turn.
Yeah, you can't do anything but end your
Yeah.
turn.
All
Hold
right,
person.
and roll again. Okay.
My Gwenna?
You can do it. You are paralyzed.
Really?
With what?
17, not an 18. With the 17, you are paralyzed. He
Damn, his
makes
stats.
2 attacks.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Does a 21 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. When he strikes you with the sword, it does initially 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 points of damage, but then it radiates with a bright light as he adds smite to it.
Oh, fun.
This is also critical because you're paralyzed. So another 6, 7, 13 plus 46. Sorry, rolling. 13 plus 15, a total of, math is bad, 28. He'll attack a second time. He'll hit.
What a jerk!
He will critically hit this one too.
Wait, he'll critically hit it?
He critically hits because she's paralyzed.
Oh, right.
So the initial sword slash is 16 points of damage plus he smites it a second time for another 17. 33 plus the original 28 for a total of 61.
Thanks! I'm dead!
You're not dead. That's not how dead works.
I'm mad!
She's mostly dead.
So you.
How
you
did he
watch-
do 61 in a single hit?
He swung twice, and you critically hit when the person's
Both.
paralyzed, and he smited both of them. So instead of doing 2d6 additional on a smite, he does 4d6 each swing plus 2d8.
Can when you're on hold person, can you talk?
You're paralyzed.
Can she talk?
That's a good question. I don't think so.
Okay, because I assume she could breathe, because otherwise she would just die.
She would just die, right? All right. So here's how this works. Here's how this happened. The mechanical part's just hold person and smite is a little gross. Durant paralyzes you, walks up, swings twice, hits you twice across the chest. Each one radiates a blast of radiant energy, and everything goes black. There's a moment where you all watch Gwenna on the ground, and Durant kneels down, puts his hand on her ankle, and gives you 1 hit point. But when you come to, you see him walking back to his chair.
Oh, she's got words for him.
Make him the worst cake ever.
Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
So, and 1 hit point. Can she talk now?
Oh, you're fine. Yeah, you fell out of the paralysis at this moment because you were dying, and now you're not.
Okay. She's going to stand up. She's going to point at the cake on her chest and be like, "I brought you cake!"
It's a little bloody this time. Try again.
Oh.
He
Still
won't
an
eat it
asshole.
anyways. He doesn't want to get fat.
And make you fat-free cake.
He definitely got a bit of a sneer on his face when he sits down, and he leans back against the wall.
I want to fight him.
Gwenna would like to look very slowly at the professor and just be like, "Again."
Wait, while you're at 1 HP?
All right,
I'll
hold
heal.
on.
Wait, if she wants to go again, I'll heal
The
her.
general
She
looks at
mad.
you for a moment and says, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I don't need to kill you on your first day. Can't have that many deaths on my, record. Instructional record, to be fair. But if you insist, I'm down for a lesson. If you have to learn it, or if he has to learn it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, good. Okay, so Gwenna
How about a
is.
2v2?
Can Gwenna take like a snack from her pocket, take the sling, and just like lob it at him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, she's
Absolutely.
gonna do that.
That's the most chaotic good thing I've ever heard.
Can it be like a really sticky dessert, something that makes it nasty?
rolls
Do you still
from
have
this
psychedelic
morning.
ties?
You are the kind of person that would
Alright.
carry sticky things. We'll say that you have a cinnamon bun left in your.
She is gonna slingshot a cinnamon roll at his head.
All right, make an attack.
Please crit.
Please,
Crit.
really, please crit. As soon as I find it, hold on. Gwenna is not used to this.
Is a sling a dex or strength?
Dexterity. It's range dexterity. There's only a couple of range strength weapons, and they're javelins.
Javelin, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know with a sling. It was
Apparently, I deleted it. Where'd it go?
Hey,
Okay,
Okar TV gives you a critical hit if you'd like to use it for this moment.
Oh yes!
Yeah.
Hey, Raz!
All right. So you get the cinnamon roll and you swing it around. You slam it, throw it in the air, right at Durant. The Yeti looks like he's trying to intercept. He like opens his jaw to get it, but he misses. The roll goes right past his face as it smacks Durant across the forehead. And he's taken back a bit, and he lets out a breath, and he
cracking up.
I didn't realize you actually had a pocket full of sticky cinnamon.
I bake, of course. So she's gonna like just go. and then go back to her seat and sit down.
Finn will stand up, walk over with the handkerchief, and just hand it to her hand and walk away.
Give me a charisma check, Finn.
Oh, God.
Take 2.
Fuck.
No.
Um,
What did you do?
on a 10, he'll
I
snatch
mean,
he'll
it's
snatch
better
it
than
from you,
last time.
but he doesn't seem thankful. He's really annoyed. He went from like sneer to feeling good about himself to just
He went from cocky to
angry.
embarrassed.
He definitely looks. Yeah, embarrassed is a strong word.
Serves him right.
Maybe it does. Maybe it does. And he wipes it from his forehead with the handkerchief, and then the Yeti snatches it up and then starts eating the
Handkerchief.
the cinnamon roll and the handkerchief and all the frosting. Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper to the Yeti. I don't know if he told you, but there is going to be cake later. One of Gwenna's homework assignments is to make the biggest cake ever.
The War Master and General Elton has taken a few steps back and has just been watching the exchange. He says, "Be careful, each of you," and he takes a moment to look at everyone, including Durant. "The enemies you make here, or the friends, will be fighting alongside you in the times to come. If you can't establish a relationship of trust and understanding, you might find yourself with a knife in the back of your bedroom, or in your bedroom with a knife in your back."
Interestingly put, sir.
I know what I
And
said.
makes no reaction.
Take some time and contemplate your strategies, delicious or otherwise. Your homework assignment will be to make amends. And he stares at Gwenna. And he stares at Durant. I will not have squabbling in my war room, or I will send you both on extracurriculars together.
Oh, Jesse wants to make a scene. No.
But look at extracurriculars. That's maybe not how that works.
All right. I
When
says
I'll
that-
just huff.
And then he'll spend the rest of his class period, because he's got a wide amount of class with you, describing the various uses of weaponry and shields and stances and positions. He takes a moment for each of you to ask what your favorite weapons are and styles. He emphasizes that the magic users need to be using their magic. He points out to he points to Clay and says, talks about better choices, holding back, using your druidic power.
So you talk to the bodyguards at all?
The lessons are applicable to you, and he isn't dismissive of you, but you can tell that there is a line he's having to tread to get these lessons across. He definitely mentions your weapons and your styles, but in a broader sense rather than directly asking you. Kind of noticing what you're carrying and then talking about it from, enemy and ally perspectives. Shield walls and formations. He glosses over a lot of things. It's a basic introduction. He gives you no homework, and at the end he says, "Remember the lessons from earlier, delicious or otherwise, and get out of my war room." Then he steps back and makes room for the door.
Sweet.
Hey, y'all nibbles. We're all done.
Okay.
Where do you want to go now?
Well, typically we go to get more food, right?
More food. That sounds good. Let's do that.
As Finn is leaving, Finn gives a very, respectful head nod to the teacher as they leave.
He doesn't outright ignore you, but he doesn't directly give you a response. Just watch as you leave.
Finn is used to it.
Yeah, you're getting the idea that they've been mostly dismissive of the bodyguards, but there are a couple of teachers who understand your role in all of this, and that you will also be on the front lines, even if you're not of the divine nature. So, where do you go? What do you do with your time?
I follow Clay and Nibbles and Finn. It looks like they're all going to the lunchroom.
Okay.
Next class we have is Quartermaster Club. Is that more fighting?
That is tomorrow, right?
No, that's tonight.
That's night.
Evening class.
Oh, I have an evening class. Oh, no.
Evening Quartermaster Club,
Oh, now look at
day
that.
4.
I know what it is. It's a club, not a class. All right. Yeah, we'll get into that once you have your whatever you do in the evening. When you're ready to move on, we will. Does anybody? And this would be dinner time
is
after this.
dinner.
It is lights out. There's not a lot of time after clubs. This is instead of free time or detention. This is what's going to take your time up. So if
Is
you're going to make a
anything
cake, this would be the
anybody-
time.
Oh yeah, that's. I should probably think about this thing. I need to not write.
Greta, can I help you make your cake
Yep.
or cakes or however? I want idle hands. Let's keep
So-
them busy.
Are we the only ones in this area right now?
At the moment, yeah.
Okay. Before Gwenna darts into the kitchen to make her cake, I would probably bring up quietly the fact that this is probably a good chance to try to get in with Durant, since one of the teachers
Literally made it our homework.
literally made it our homework.
Started it.
Well, he's been starting it this whole time.
But this would be a good way to, maybe we could invite him to come to extracurricular with us.
I don't think he has many friends.
He says he's never done extracurriculars with anybody else. I'm surprised, and I wonder if he seemed surprised that was even a thing.
He doesn't strike me as the kind of person who's made many friends.
But
I
if it's
think that-
random, wouldn't it have eventually given him some friends?
Depends on how many people are doing the extracurriculars. We all went in together, which is, I'm assuming, why we were grouped up.
Well, what about the player one? We didn't know who that was.
We still don't. We haven't talked to anybody. The only other person besides Durant that we've even spoken to was Tobias, and we know he wasn't there because he's the one who told us how to get there in the first place.
Well,
I mean, there's about 6 other students that we haven't seen today or in a while. Actually, I'll be right back. And then Finn goes and gets their loot and comes back.
You get what?
Their loot.
oh, I do like it when you play the lute.
And Finn is going to spend most of dinner. Finn hasn't eaten anything today. Finn's not feeling very well.
Okay. If you continue to not eat as a point of role playing, there are some technical rules
Just-
things that happen. But you let
That's
me know.
far. I'll let you know.
Okay.
But Finn will spend while they're eating dinner. We'll be making songs and music and stuff.
Now, Gwenna, you're making cakes. Is that what's going on?
She's starting the cannon cakes.
Okay. Now, as you walk into the kitchen, you'll notice it is lined up with sugar, flour, eggs, all the things you need to make a cake. A variety of different cakes, and the ingredients seem to have been placed there just for you.
Suddenly,
Alright.
Gwen is in heaven.
Yes, she is. Well, before she begins, she's gonna go over to what I assume there's a dish pit somewhere in there
Yeah,
with
absolutely.
water. She'd like to wash the cake off herself.
Yeah. Yep. And as you do, you notice the wound is already healed.
Okay, so while she's doing that, she's also kind of thinking about how she's going to make amends with Durant, because her usual approach is bake cake. She does not like cake.
Are you thinking aloud about that?
So she'd probably be like, I need to make it a don't like cake. Maybe make pie? Pie less fat?
I don't think he likes the sugary stuff, but the big guy does. Maybe you get in through the big guy.
Big guy. Maybe make big guy
Uh,
cake.
Yeah.
Ooh, he like Durant like tuna.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe.
Tuna.
Bring. I bring tuna carefully. He did kick a cat.
Kit Kat, but he pet tuna.
I was there for that, right? I
Yeah.
trying to remember.
Sure.
Oh, we should take. Nope, not. Nope,
Um,
I'm not there.
so she's gonna kind of like continue to nod a little bit and kind of think things through, and then she's gonna start on her cannon cake.
Okay. Now, what is your strategy here? How are you going to try to meet the assignment criteria?
She is going to make as many cakes as like. She's gonna make like medium-sized cake, like a good size cannon.
Mhm.
That's probably about this big.
Mhm.
And she's going to aim for at least 12.
You notice as you begin to cook that the oven starts rotating and giving you more and more spaces to put more and more cakes.
That's pretty boss.
Never-ending cake. Okay, so she'll, as long as it keeps rotating, she'll keep making cake.
Oh, God.
Okay. Okay. Nibbles, you're there for this. The oven doesn't stop rotating. An hour goes by. The cakes are coming out. How are you? You just decorating to look like a cannon?
It's just really simple. She's just putting like a little bit of frosting, just kind of to give the impression of a cannon.
Okay.
I follow suit with everything she does, the best of my abilities.
Go
Like
ahead and
serious. I'm not taking bacon, putting it all up the walls. It's actually serious decorating.
go ahead and give me your cooking check, but add advantage.
Finn loved the bacon on the walls.
Oh yeah, we never did clean up.
I imagine it just soaked into the wall,
It is clean.
disappeared.
It got cleaned up.
Yes, yes. Next time you walked in there, you noticed it was clean.
Someone else had detention.
Better than murder.
Or maybe it was their extracurricular activity.
Cleaning the dining room.
Okay, it's not letting me roll my cook's utensils like it normally does.
Okay.
You have to do it from the equipment, not from your proficiencies tab.
Well, no, I'm in equipment right now. Or I thought I was. Yeah,
Just roll
no.
a d20 and add the number.
All right. So what kind of check would that be?
That would be a... Go ahead and make it a dexterity check this time.
Okay. And you said that was with advantage?
With advantage, yep. So roll it twice.
Ooh, okay, good thing it has advantage.
Good thing it has advantage, exactly.
Plus proficiency. Which at this level is +3.
Okay. So at a 19, you spend... Okay, so as this works, you start the prep work, you lay it out, you put it in the oven, it comes out, it decorates. As soon as you finish decorating it, and you know, as soon as you feel it's done, the cake vanishes. And you continue this cycle, and it's become, between the two of you, become kind of a conveyor belt. You make an untold number of cakes. You lose a little bit of track of time, and we're going to move on to everybody else as they go to their club, their quartermaster club, and Gwen and Nibbles will continue to make cakes.
All right.
Granite, Clayton, Finn, and Beholder, and particularly Granite and Clayton, you get to quartermaster club. And this, no tokens needed for this one, takes you down the hall to a large room, a large warehouse, and a door you hadn't seen before. and a man, an older gentleman, looks, retired, second job, a little rotund in the middle, walks up, says, "Hey, are you the quartermaster club tonight, huh? How y'all doing? How you enjoying your time here at Ectoon Seminary?"
It's good, but how are you tonight?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I got the music playing over here in the background. They gave me a little magical box. Keeps me going. But this is your first time in the Quartermaster Club, huh?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. They all look like ready to be prime officers in the army. Right. All right. So here's what we're doing today.
If you say so, sir.
I just need all these boxes here, marked and labeled. Take them out, open them up, inventory them. Their serial numbers on the back. Note those down on this paper. That'll be you. And he hands a stack of papers and a clipboard and some pens to Clayton. He says, "All right, you two here." He points to Granite and Finn. "Follow me. I got some boxes need moving. We got to unload the truck and put them over here. They're gonna go in that stack that old boy over here is already unloading, already writing down. And he's gonna direct you to a place to grab supplies and move them to the stack that Clayton is currently inventorying. And just have you do that all night. And Beholder, once he set them to task, he'll walk over to you. So I need to sort in the boots pile by size. They got a little out of hand over the last couple months. Can you manage to sort boots by sizes?
Yeah.
It's kind of like stacking pots and pans, right? You got to do them in sequence. Come on over here, and you look, and there is
Mountain.
more or less. I mean, they're all on shelves. It's like a library that hasn't been organized in a while, but they're boots, and they seem to be some brand new, some used, of a variety of quality. He puts you to work there. As it turns out, Quartermaster Club is just work.
Warehouse work.
Warehouse work.
Well, I am very meticulous with my
This-
inventory.
I was gonna say he got his perfect job.
All right.
This is very wax on, wax off training,
Those
right?
boxes.
I could do
Miyagi.
this. I could do this all night.
Granite and Finn, let me get athletics checks from you. Clayton, let me get a we'll make it investigation.
I have not
Oh, okay.
played
Oh, that's
Wow.
awful, but okay.
all night.
Oh, yep. That's how that works.
And Beholder, go ahead and
Well, I
give me
rolled
just
well.
give me a wisdom check. All right. So Granite and Finn, you're up to the task. You managed to do it. It's just a lot of heavy boxes, and by the end of this, you are exhausted. One level of exhaustion, exhausted at the end, but one long night's rest, you'll be fine. It took its toll. For Clay, you're meticulous. It takes time. It's slow work. It's one item at a time, and he comes back very frequently to your position. He's, all right, hey, no, right, this line right here, and he's laying out these boxes and these charts on how it gets lined up, who you put in what you put in what category, where the quantity is, the eaches, the boxes, the tens. He lays out inventory process. Beholder, he comes and checks on you every once in a while, just says, "Yep, that we ain't gonna get it done, but you putting a good dent in it, son." And after
As he's over with me, I go, I can't believe I only get to do this one night a week.
well, we all looking for a new club president.
Oh.
I'll talk to my superiors, see if we can't get it adjusted in your schedule, son. If you're finding yourself enjoying it.
I do find myself enjoying it.
All right, make sure you fill them boxes out accurately, though. I don't need to be going to jail.
Will do.
All right.
I'll make sure it's done right.
And it's approximately 3 hours of labor in this warehouse. And afterwards, he shuffles you out and he's, "Oh, thank y'all, appreciate it. I'll see you next time I see you. Don't be a stranger now." I know that door disappears. Don't worry about that. And as you walk out the door, it does exactly that. And you find yourself in a different hallway than you were when you entered this large warehouse.
I like this TARDIS school thing going. That's great.
Yeah.
And you do find yourself deposited shortly outside the kitchen. And you come out, and Gwenna and Nibbles, give or take about 3 hours, you lost track of some time, and you're only brought back to it as Granite, Clayton, Finn, and Beholder, you hear them shuffling around in the kitchen.
Finn is tired. Finn wants to go curl up in bed. Yes, Miss Granite.
Gwen will look down to Nibbles and be like, wait, are you keeping track? How many we make?
I don't know. They disappear, so I wasn't counting. Nope.
Go ahead and give me
Good question.
give me
Where
an
did they
intelligence check
go?
If you want to remember, or a history check if you want to.
I hope they all appeared in his teaching room. Just you can't
I
even
was
open
wondering
the door.
where they went.
Who's got a passive perception above 17 or higher?
I do. I have an 18.
As you shuffle around the outside of the kitchen, you see tomorrow's menu.
Canning cake.
It's all cake.
Oh,
The entire breakfast,
love
lunch, and
it.
dinner.
And now you
It's
know what
cake.
the true power is.
Oh no!
Congratulations, Gwenna. You have fed an army for a day.
On cannon
They
cake.
hate me.
Okay, yeah, you know that you made approximately 35 cakes. Give or take a couple.
As Gwen is gonna look at Nibbles and be like, sleep.
Yep. Let me walk you there.
Good job. Good.
You too.
Good assist.
Thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Everybody going to bed? Are you doing anything particular for the end of this day?
I think bed sounds good.
Yeah, Finn is definitely ready to go curl up.
Especially since I have a level of exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired.
Do we know how long we have until the security system turns on?
You have about 45 minutes.
Okay.
You normally have to shower and get ready.
Okay.
Finn definitely bathes.
I'm gonna go to
Oh,
Clay. It's
sorry.
like, I know you were interested in learning how to shoot. We've got all this fresh fruit here. We could lay it out and shoot some.
That sounds fun.
So, me and Clay will lay some fruit out on the tables and shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me 3 attacks each with your ranged weapons, and that'll represent kind of how this goes. Oh wow, yeah, Beholder spends most of the night showing you expert level marksmanship. He's stacking apples up. He's choosing the targets. He's doing
Calling
rapid fire,
shots.
calling shots. Right? Has you throw an apple up.
Nice.
You show a strong proficiency towards it really quickly.
I need you to come
You find
down here.
the short bow pulls tight a little quicker, and so you're taking some of his lessons on posture and you're adjusting them to your own weapon. But the two of you spend some time really blowing up a couple of fruit. Apples are quick; they're gone after the first 10 minutes. You're piling up oranges and pears, and before you're done, there's just a pile of mildly exploded fruit and arrows in the wall.
Nice. I got to get me one of them bows you have. I tell you a secret. I had this little bow when I was a kid, and I didn't use it much. And then when I told my dad I was going to go to druid school, you know what he did? He took the bow I was supposed to get and he broke it.
As you are
Yeah.
telling him that story, finishing mid sentence, I'd say, Tobias and his I keep saying bodyguard, but he's a sea spawn. walks in and he goes, "Whoa, all the fruit! What happened here?"
You have one more minute.
I'm gonna be when he comes in, I'll be like, "Oh, we're just making fruit salad."
Yummy, yummy.
Well, that sounds
Sorry.
fantastic. It's I'm just coming here to stock up a little bit. Somebody told me it's gonna be all cake tomorrow, so we're gonna go ahead and pile up on biscuits.
You don't like cake?
I'm really looking forward to it, but it does bad things to my indigestion.
Oh, that's too bad.
Gotta get some non-sugary carbohydrates in me while I can. He walks over and starts pulling up, scooping up some breads and biscuits.
No meat, just carbs.
I've got a marathon to run. Carb loading. But he bids you good night as you finish up your exercise. Anybody else?
Finn,
It looks like we're having a bath party. All
Yeah.
of us girls.
Yep.
Finn just sinks into the water up to here for like until the bell rings.
Okay. What is everybody? Is everybody just spending the last 45 minutes?
I also want to bathe for 45 minutes before I go to bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump right in here.
Finn is like, yep, join me.
Nibbles is planning to get up during the mid-darkest time of the night, though. Like,
Okay.
not telling anyone, but
We will definitely do that then. While you're mid bath, we'll say about 20 minutes in, the Yeti opens the door, looks to the left, looks to the right, closes the door. Wanders down the hallway.
That's you.
Finn smiles a shit-eating grin. Is just like, ha ha. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and the rest of your bath is undisturbed. You do notice that you're right earlier as you reflect on. You haven't seen a lot of the other students. In fact, with only 4 bathtubs and 4 bathtubs between you, you'd think you'd see them more often, but you've seen the same 3 or 4 pretty regularly.
This place is awful weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you finish your bath. Do anything else before you go to bed?
I'm gonna not walk into the room with the dead body and just go to sleep.
Okay.
Going back to bed.
All right.
Oh, actually, I will. As I walk past Durant's door, I'll be like, "It's open."
The bathroom, not our room.
Says
You hear a door open and close quickly as the heavy footsteps pad swiftly down the hallway.
Hey,
Oh,
B, I'm gonna
fuzzy.
hit sack. I'm gonna go get some shut-eye.
I'll pull the arrows that we used, and
Oh, I figured we did that already.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I think I'm in the wrong room. Am I in the room?
You're
you're in the right room.
I am. Okay.
Bedrooms. Which ones are they? All right. So you all find rest that comes pretty easily, especially those moving heavy boxes. Especially those who made lots of cakes, except for the one who wakes up in the middle of the night. And, Nibbles.
Finn is at the tabaxi again.
Okay. It is.
Finn sleeps since.
It is cold. It is still cold. You think it is just on the edge of bearable, but you definitely need to be doing that tabaxi thing for sure. And that'll be more or less what wakes Nibbles up.
I'm actually gonna quietly try to go out of the door, head down to the graveyard.
Okay.
Go back to revisit the spot at which I have Snitch's burial, and at this point he kind of like breaks down and kind of sobs for a couple minutes. And
Before we get too much farther, can you roll a stealth check, please?
of course, yeah.
Gwenna, what's your passive?
13.
I gotta move Tuna back up here. I forgot we have an icon for Tuna. Almost got a daisy.
Skills.
Is Tuna still a hellhound?
Yes.
Not very sneaky.
Okay. Tuna, after he's gone, Tuna growls a little lightly at the door. He seems like the door has been left open and Nibbles is gone. But it's a few moments after he walks down the hall.
Would Beholder hear him leave? Possibly.
No, not this late.
No. Okay.
Not unless you're
Just
in
a
the hallway
Gwenna?
or particularly trying to listen.
I assume the growl was enough for Gwenna.
Well, Beholder, even when he sleeps, he's aware of his surroundings. I gotta pass
Got
those
this
16.
trance.
Your passive is 16?
Yeah.
You'll hear you'll hear a door open in the hallway.
I'd probably just peek, but I wouldn't follow.
Okay.
Well, the growl would definitely get Gwenna up. And I think she'd check in with Tuna before kind of like peeking out the door.
I assume I'm more like right here at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, by the time you get up, there's nobody in the hallway when you peek your head out. If you take a moment for Tuna. And Tuna's at this point doing a mix of cuddling up and trying to get under the blankets and stay warm.
Okay. Gwenna thinks that's adorable. She's also sleepy, and she also kind of realized she has the feeling Nibbles needs alone time, not Gwenna make feel better time. So she's just gonna like make a mental note for it tomorrow and cuddle up with Tuna.
Okay. Give me an animal handling check for funsies.
For fun.
I enjoy your animal handling checks.
I act like I don't, but I do.
Okay, it's not hard to comfort a cold dog. You end up having to like lay in the fetal position and get your arms around him. He's tiny, and you're just becoming this. You're the first level of blanket, and then the blanket's the second level of blanket. You know, your breath is under the. You ever like stick your head out of the blankets every once in a while to get a fresh air breath, right? Because it's all hot and. But it's
Dog smell.
right, dog. But it works. And Nibbles, you do find a moment of quiet and respite in the graveyard. What do you do?
So as I was saying, he kind of breaks down a bit and cries, and shortly afterwards, he kind of feels a bit of rage inside, like a moment of weakness, a failure of the day, not happy that he left the room that everyone was sparring in, and lets out a bit of a cryish anger. Not top lungs, but like I don't want to yell, so I'm not going to, but like and repeatedly punches a tombstone for a little bit, to the point of bleeding. I assume that's what happens when you punch a tombstone.
Give me a basic strength check, and everybody else, as you're kind of settling back in, you're probably about the time you're falling asleep again. You'll hear a little bit of that down the hallway.
You said strength.
Just a
strength, like
flat strength.
save.
Just a flat strength check. If you see what the power of these punches into the tombstones, and the structural integrity of a tombstone. They're pretty solid, and your knuckles start giving before the tombstone does.
Yeah, and at that moment, he just kind of sobbingly lays down and kind of cackles for a minute with a little bit of weird laughter and passes out.
Okay. The night continues. It's very cold. The sun will rise and the morning bell will go off. as the temperature
Why?
drops.
Jamie, why?
I want to see what happens. He keeps bringing it up, and it's a cumulative, and I can't let it be 9 o'clock and not have another one.
You
That's
get a
fair.
you get a nipsicle.
Those
Uh-oh.
who had a level of exhaustion
Damn
found it
it.
impossible to recover their level of exhaustion last night. Those who did not
That's-
have a level of exhaustion and did not have a cuddle person, so everybody but Gwenna, take a level of exhaustion. As you wake up, your breath is visible. It is clearly freezing
more misses.
temperatures. The grass around you, Nibbles, as you wake up, is frosted over. A light coating of frozen dew on the ground. The walkways and the floor and the pavement, everything that's stone is slick with a little bit of ice. Just the frosting, as it looks like the temperature plummeted another 15 degrees overnight.
Dan put one in too.
Aha! Druids, you smell a storm.
Oh,
As if you were outside and the air was bringing in a thunderstorm, the barometric pressure dropping, and your senses are just screaming, storm? Blizzard?
Underground? Question.
Underground.
How do you?
oh, not a fan.
How are you adding your level of exhaustion?
So if you go into your character sheet on the main screen, under to the right, it says conditions. You click on that, you scroll to the bottom, and they're there.
So everyone got one.
Everyone has a level of exhaustion except Gwenna.
And so Finn and Gran did not get an additional one.
Correct.
They
because
just
of
kept
cuddling.
theirs.
More or
Oh.
less, you got over it and then got it again. But yeah.
Yeah, and that makes it 10 degrees.
I like the idea that the next episode, though, the temperature completely goes back to normal.
70 to 55 to 40 to 25.
Ah.
That's my math.
But again, so
It's
that was Sadra, Aukar.
Oh, no.
Granite.
Hito Kreiser was not another degree drop. That was the storm.
Oh,
Okay.
that was the storm.
Each of
so
these
it's-
today, it had just the environment. But the first three were temperature. And the third one was incoming storm.
Barometric pressure.
Mm.
Barometric pressure is changing.
And
We
Are we
should-
awake?
what do you do?
Are we
You're awake,
now?
yeah. It's the morning.
Starting to look a lot like that
Yeah.
sugary winter holidays. It makes
Waking up-
everything pretty.
I was
we
going to
should
say,
do
waking up
extra
shivering, I run
curricular,
back.
Maybe it'll be warmer.
Okay. You run back to the room.
As long as I don't run into anything.
Nope, you run into nothing. It's a little slippery. You have to take some time to steady yourself. There's moisture in the air, but you
And
get
I
to the-
dive right into Gwenna's bed.
Okay.
It's cold! Need warmth!
Not feet!
He's freezing. Yeah, you were fine.
Fine.
Finn is reluctant
10 minutes!
to not
Just
be a
10
tabaxi right
minutes!
You hear Finn and Granite from the hallway a shout. Let's see if I can get the right tone, but like a "Wah!"
now. Well, at least
And
Fuzzy's enjoying it.
You hear
so.
Fuzzy just having a blast as he
my
walks down the
gosh.
hallway, and he's heading quickly to the breakfast chamber. He seems to be skipping. The hallway is vibrating a bit with his.
He knows about the fucking cake.
Between the cake and the cold, man, he's a happy fluff.
Shortly after him, you hear a bit of a grumbling and shuffling of steps.
We're gonna have a pissed off.
Son of a bitch. Fucking.
I'm gonna put on both of my sets of clothes and
Okay.
at least 2 of my extra pairs of pants with the gussets in them.
Okay. Does anybody not have cold weather clothing or the ability to put on layers?
I think that
I
I think that we
Yeah.
all have like a full suitcase full of clothes.
I assume you
presumably.
do. All you have to do is say it, but
Yeah.
just in case somebody wanted to
Yes.
not be prepared.
I'm gonna pull out an extra and take it with me.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, yeah,
An
actually,
extra
I
coat?
don't. I think Nibbles would not have been prepared. He would have had his robes to cover up his dress and his dress.
I mean, that's a lot of layers.
Yeah, okay.
So I assume Gwenna is. I think she's going to take some of her socks when she sees Nibbles might not be as prepared, and just kind of like offer them as like full arm warmer / mitts.
Okay.
Thank you. And I take him and I put him on my feet.
Okay,
Fair enough.
okay.
That makes sense.
Let me.
I put on the heaviest looking cloak. It looks like whatever's in my
And-
clothes that we got.
Finn is a fancy person. Finn would have like fancy winter cloak. It's red with white trim.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's black.
Hey, you do you.
I'm not wearing a Christmas cloak.
So, Beholder, Clay, when you get to the cafeteria, you see you're not the first ones there, and particularly you see the Yeti at his usual table. There are 6 cakes on the table, and he's not waiting for anybody. He is just eating. He seems ecstatic and happy. You see Durant not eating, arms are folded. He looks grumpy. You see Tobias and the Sea Spawn cuddled up against the Yeti, just leaning into him as hard as they can with blankets of their own. And Tobias looks over and says, "Woof, woof, 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 what happened to the weather?"
I know, it's so abysmal.
At this point, I'm gonna turn to Beholder and go, "There's a storm coming."
I'm gonna grab a
Winter is
piece
coming.
of cake, and then I'm gonna go and ask both of my druid friends, can either of you make me some good berries? I can't survive on cake alone.
Actually, Finn was going to go into the kitchen and see if there's anything that they can cook for themselves that is like warm, good breakfast.
As you
eggs.
go into the kitchen, there are stacks of cakes.
Oops.
Finn doesn't eat. That's
Okay.
that's
Yep.
4 meals skipped.
Beholder will break out one of his rations and just start eating.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. Probably something dried meat, dried bread, that kind of.
No meat, but yeah.
Okay. Dehydrated bread? That's it. The crackers.
I'm gonna see.
Girl
I'm
bread's
gonna
a
see,
thing, man. Tack.
I'm gonna see if I can turn some cake into some turkey bacon.
Okay. How are
So
you
I'm
gonna do
gonna
this?
go to town. I'm gonna go to town on some cake.
No.
Okay. All right. Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Persuasion. That's another one I'm
Persuade
not
the
good
cake
at.
to be bacon.
Yeah, that's about what I expect.
That's great.
All right.
Beholder will say, since everybody is a lot of people are in the room together, be like, well, since it's so cold in here, if everybody wants to hang out, we could always see about an extracurricular that might be warmer.
that would be fun.
Tobias speaks up and says,
Also-
"No, not today. Check your schedules."
It's self-study and reflection. That seems like that might be hard to do in the cold.
And particularly the first part of it. This should be the reflection to Ectune.
So this is prayer time.
Prayer day.
Mm-hmm. Don't skip prayer day.
Can you buy things on prayer day?
What are you looking for?
Well, I was gonna ask Duran over here, but you'll work. I'm looking for clothes.
I have an extra quote.
I was thinking a whole new wardrobe.
Oh, that would be fun. You deserve fun.
I might know a guy. What's your fashion?
I don't know. A shirt, shorts or pants, boots.
Those sound like clothes items. Yeah, I think we got a guy.
Yeah, just some nice loose-fitting clothes, but not too loose.
Come with me after morning prayers. Meet me southern bathroom.
That sounds good.
Finn is still in the kitchen, being like, "May I please have something to cook that isn't cake, please, please."
Oh crap! I forgot we have tons of
Please.
money.
Give me a persuasion check, Clayton. While you are eating your cake, you're going to town.
Okay.
You notice the Yeti has taken notice of you, and he begins to match your pace.
Why am I rolling so poorly? I don't think I've actually rolled above a 5 the entire night. Every time. This game is cursed. I am not allowed to have a good time.
You see Beholder eating some dried rations and non-cake-like items.
I will go and I will like just lean up against him and be like, "I'm hungry and I don't want to eat cake." Please.
I'll offer some of the ration. It's only the stuff I eat.
That's better than eating cake after not eating for a full day.
So it's like dried fruits and nuts and
better substance.
They
Clayton,
appreciate it.
Are you gonna compete with him?
I am going to town on this cake. I can beat this Yeti at cake.
All right, let me see.
This guy whose stomach is bigger than your body.
Let me see a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. That's probably another bad one.
natural 20. Come on.
I mean, I'm rolling each of these for real. Oh man.
I don't know why it went twice, but okay.
No, that's fine. You had a great roll. It's just this Yeti cannot lose at eating rolls.
Right?
apparently.
I was gonna be so sad if he had lost right there after Nibbles had worked on him for like 4 days.
You think since he got a head start, he's at a disadvantage, but as he's eating, he's shoving fistfuls of cake in his mouth, and your fistfuls trying to match his. You're getting it on your face as the pace is picking up, and after a good solid 4 minutes of shoving cake in your mouth, you just can't fit. It's not coming up, but it ain't going down.
I'm done, and I admit my defeat.
Shortly after that, I see that had already happened. I hurriedly run over to the Yeti and start eating cake to challenge him. I'm hoping this gives him a disadvantage.
All right. First, give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a tough check, but he knows he's at a disadvantage.
Oh.
What's this? The Yeti doesn't speak anything, right? He says, how's he do?
I mean, I don't know.
He goes,
Korean.
and waves his head at you.
Looks like I won today.
Durant leans over to that. Oh yeah, I guess you won. Good job.
Yeah.
That or you come back for lunch.
I mean, yeah, we'll go again. I feel lucky.
He pats you on the head roughly.
So it was. I was going to talk to Gwenna.
Please do.
Oh. Well, Gwynna was on a mission. Okay. Yes.
No, I'll wait. Do your mission.
Okay. So Gwynna has brought Tuna with her today.
Okay.
And Tuna's got like a little hand knit scarf around her neck, and she's got like little knit booties on to keep her warm. And she's just kind of gonna like shuffle her feet over near Durant and just kind of go, Tuna, go say hi. And she's gonna like direct Tuna to go say hi to Durant.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check at advantage, please.
Because he likes my dog. Alright, charisma, where you go? And
Nice.
Okay. He bends down and he picks up Tuna. Give me an animal handling check. Low DC. I just want to gauge Tuna's reaction.
Tuna, come on, be a good girl.
Okay. And he brings him to his chest. He begins to scratch Tuna on the head. Say, really was probably would have been a better fight. You were close. No, you were close. Another round, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Another round. You got one. You gotta let me have one. One move. Another round.
You can go first next time.
Fair. And she'll just allow Tuna to be scritched.
He will continue to hold and pet Tuna probably longer than you want to stay in the room.
Just like everyone who ever meets a corgi.
Yeah, no, I got
Lost
it.
your dog.
And he puts Tuna down on the ground, but only after giving him a little bit of cake.
Oh, I didn't make this a chocolate cake, right?
I didn't picture chocolate cake.
Okay, good.
No, it's a cinnamon cake.
It was cinnamon. We did talk about cinnamon cakes.
Okay.
Durant is not killing your dog.
Okay. Get tiny
I
little
think it would
crumb.
only get the squirts unless you gave it pure baker's chocolate.
Oh.
Okay.
So with that, as Clayton, you wanted to do something.
Yeah, I will walk up. I'm kind of observing the scritching as it's going on, and then I'm gonna just kind of tap Gwenna on the shoulder
Meh.
and nod my head over towards where the holder is, and then just kind of slowly walk over there.
Gwenna will be confused but follow.
So, did you feel it?
Little.
Storm coming.
Yep.
You
Not
know
good.
what it means?
Not good. Not good. What you think?
Probably can't stop it either, can we?
I mean, protect against? Maybe. Stop? Probably not. Definitely warn others. Yeah.
Warn Durant.
Warn Durant, yes. Make
Okay.
amends, warn Durant.
You want to tell Durant?
He's scritching Tuna. Maybe we all make amends with Durant.
Okay.
So you tell?
Yeah. I'm also going to go tell if they're around. Where's Finn? Finn's in the kitchen.
No, Finn's not in the kitchen anymore. Finn would have gone back and was hanging out with B, which
Oh,
actually
okay.
brings me to something I wanted to do, but go ahead.
I'm going to wander over here real quick
Okay.
and just go, hey, Gwen and I both felt that there's some kind of storm coming. That's all I know.
We're underground. That makes no sense. I mean, obviously, you're right, but what? That's bizarre.
If it
This
was
place
just me,
doesn't-
I'd ignore it.
This place doesn't follow the same laws as underground.
That's true.
Walls you can walk through, disappearing, reappearing doors.
As if being summoned, a gust of wind visibly and audibly blows heavily through the hall, and frigid air blasts into the cafeteria, followed by a second round of snow and hail begins to pelt sideways into the common area.
Is this a common occurrence in the seminary to have storms inside?
It's hard to hear your own voice as the wind continues to pelt in on you. You look around and the Yeti's giggling, but Durant, Tobias, the Sea Spawn, they're all taken aback, surprised, taking cover, bracing themselves, and generally they're shocked. That probably answers your question.
It does. I'm gonna take rations out of my pack and eat some jerky because I can't just eat cake, and then I'm gonna hand some of that and the extra coat to Durant, and I'm gonna hide under the table.
Okay. Any last actions?
Thanks.
I was just gonna say that Finn would probably also follow Gran wherever Gran is going and try and huddle and cover her in her cloak as well. Her big fancy cloak, which I don't know if you saw, but Finn's cloak would have their family crest on it, which I just posted a picture in Discord of the approximation of what it would be.
Okay. Take a quick look.
Gwenna would, I'm assuming at this point, this is after Durant's put Tuna down.
Yeah, shortly after.
So she's gonna grab Tuna and she's gonna huddle under the table in her cloak, next to Gran.
Okay. All right. And as the wind blows, the accumulation of snow outside the cafeteria and blowing into it is very rapid. As you hear the sound of several large growls and howls and creatures, well, unknown, coming from the halls. And that's where we're going to leave tonight's episode off.
Yay!
You saw that one coming a mile away. All right, before I wrap it up, I'm going to jump right over to this game. We're going to go right over the stream raider. We're going to hit the start battle button. This is the boss. We actually went through a whole map. So this is the boss fight at the very end of it. There's no sound right now because I didn't click it. So we're going to talk about it. This big old eyeball right here, that's healing everything. That's healing the boss. We start on that side of the map. We blow up the giant eyeball. We're hitting all the laser orcs. They're ranged, and there were a lot of them, but we had a force contingent on the north over here that handled it. Now we just got to get rid of the final boss, the Mastermind. Now, it is only level 1, but I think it one hit kills everything but tanks. And Uncommon Gaming, the super tank, is going down fast. I don't know if we could do it. There's not a lot of units on the board, and it's just a couple of archers and a musketeer. They're
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
kept
down.
forgetting to actually put people down.
Mine wouldn't load for the first like half hour, 20 minutes.
Can
Mine
the healer
still
do
won't
it?
load 20 minutes.
Can we? I don't think we can. It's down to the womp womp womp.
Mwah.
Spam this cheese to bring victories. All right. Good job. We'll try it again next time, which will be tomorrow, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, as we get into Delving in Deep, episode number 8, when he died, 45. That's a lot of
We've
numbers.
lost count.
It's great, though, because we're only counting 4 different games now. I hope you guys had fun tonight, because I had a blast. If you didn't, tell me later.
It was fun.
Sorry. All right, so real quick on the schedule. Tomorrow, Tuesday, 6 p.m., Delving in Deep. Thursday, I'm on the Kairos game. That is at 6 p.m. Pacific as well, over on Bruno's channel. Details on the Discord if you haven't seen it yet. I play an adorable mouse, and I love myself.
You're my favorite character. I'm in that game, and you're my favorite character.
Check us out as well on Sunday. It's double D&D day, the first Group 3 game and the fourth Group 2 game. Digging Deep will be going on. They left off in a swamp with alligators pulling down their good boy Sadra the Frog Man, Frog Beast. He's a druid. Whew, I hiked this thing up, this walking thing, pretty fast at the end, so I'm running out of air. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I'm going to bad daddy it out of here, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Good boy.
Bad daddy.
It keeps kicking me in the dick. Why? Why Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Bad daddy. Not your son. Bad daddy.